Well, that's jolly exciting. That's not what I anticipated at all. Okay, well, you got me huffing around in the background. Thank you. Yeah, I know. I pushed the button and everything. I tell you what, I'm going to press these buttons while I'm here. Do these still work? Hey! They do. You'll have heard me slurping Coca-Cola, which I'm sure was a delight for all involved. And well, that means this still works. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, super. Well, I mean, that's something to keep into consideration for later. I'm muting now. There you go. My microphone is on precisely when I want it. Good evening. Hang on, I'll press this. Boop. So you have to click on the screen, and then it will turn up. It doesn't window so brilliantly. Anyway, hello. Good. Hello. Now, you were lucky that I wasn't chomping on aniseed balls, which, if you're not that's not a euphemism. Literally, my daughter got me some aniseed balls, and now once you pop, you can't stop. I'm all flavoured with aniseed. Let's get on with the show. First up today, you've got a Grunt Auto Group. It's cross-conference week, which I hadn't noticed until just now, and I kind of go, oh, flipping heck, cross-conference week. Time to prove which conference is the conference and which one is not the conference. Grunt are on first up against the Voodoo Boys. Grunt, prolific offence this season, diabolical defence. Let's see if that holds up for them as they take on the Voodoo Boys, who are erratic this season, but the field is blessed. So it's going to be another big yardage game for Grunt, but can Voodoo do the Voodoo even? Who knows? There's a fumble, and Angus Sleep Bunsen has got it, and the Grunt Auto Group have got the ball. Quick pass out there to Hoodie Mafia for 4 yards. Vincent Rimshot actually doing a good job at coverage, and Grunt stall out. Voodoo get the ball back and have yeeted it downfield to Bertha Raccoon, who is out here like she means it. Lackluster almost made a critical block there, but it didn't quite come off. Hieronymus Lackluster on the move again, gains 2 yards, 3rd and 8. Rimshot with the throw, first down to Raccoon. Tanklar up the middle, doesn't just throw it to Bertha. Nothing else is working, throw it to Bertha. Touchdown, Bertha Raccoon. There she blows. Well, going back the other way, Simple Simbill completes his first and then throws one out of bounds because that's nice. Smoked Taco with the throw, and it's wildly over the head of Hoodie Mafia. Simbill with the throw again. Mafia's got this one though. Breaks a tackle, gets 19. Clacton up the middle. Slowed down a little bit, having to work the yardage there, but it's still worth 8. Smoked Taco on the move, gets 4. This is very much a training team on the field for Grunt today. Clacton running again. It's a lovely bit of moves, and it's 18 yards. Smoke throws, and it's a 1-yarder. Might as well not bothered. Clacton with the run. Gets him a first down at about the 3-yard line to the end zone. Hoodie Mafia, his 3rd of the season. Rimshot chucks it. Well, that was the move, but it was deflected. Tang Clark gets nowhere. Lackluster, and that's deflected by Mulawab. Sack comes in as the Voodoo Boys as Grunt take back over, beg your pardon. Mulawab getting a catch, gets 31 yards. Smoked Taco straight up the middle. Very close to a touchdown, but not a touchdown. But there's a touchdown. That's Mafia's 2nd. Rimshot throws one away because he felt like it. Tanklart gets it to Bertha, but she is being pursued by Hoodie Mafia, and so that's only worth 35. Only worth 35 yards. 35 yards is good. So it is. Vincent Rimshot, nice moves. Fumbles it, but Horston Saltblocks picked it up and managed to gain an extra 11 yards. Good teamwork. You would say that maybe that was a handoff there, but it wasn't. Mulawab with the deflection. 2nd and goal. Vincent Rimshot, nothing doing. Ocean Tanklar on 3rd down. And that one's deflected by Simbill, giving Grunt the ball back again. Hanging on to a 2-1 lead at the moment as Mulawab gets another catch. He was, at the end of last week, number 3 in the league for the MVP race as Vincent Rimshot makes an interception and then flips the ball out for a whole no yards. Tanklar throws it and Clacton's picked it off. Okay, all right, we're going back the other way. Back to Grunt again, and Mulawab's got another catch. He'll break the tackle from a gnome without breaking a sweat. Troll, though, not so much. Alvin Government bringing him down. Mafia gets to about the 1-yard line. Smoked Taco sacked by Sir and or Madam. Simbill to the end zone. Mafia, another touchdown. 3-1 Grunt as we approach half-time. Tan Clark completes the Gonzalo lorry. He's been pretty much covered for most of the game so far, but he caught that one. So that's nice. That's going to be a relief to all who sail in him. Good. Tanklar sacked by Sleep Bunsen. Grunt got the ball back again, and there goes Hoodie Mafia. Can Lackluster make the tackle? Yes, he can. It's only worth 22 yards. Tanklar with the pass deflection. A sack comes in from Government. His 3rd and 13, and it's Hoodie Mafia again. The rookie having a solid performance in this one. 279 yards in the season, and I suspect the lion's share of that will have occurred in this game. Another 10-yard gain for Mafia, another 8 there, proving to be a reliable target at the moment. Taco to Mulawab for the touchdown, 4-1. And Grunt have got the game by the scruff of the neck as Bertha Raccoon takes it back the other way for 32 yards. Tanklar fumbles, it's turned over. Activity Tallahassee there, picking the ball up. Hoodie Mafia gaining another 29. Clacton takes all day to pick Mafia out again, and that's Hoodie Mafia's 4th touchdown of the day to make it 5-1. And there goes Bertha. Mafia's closing in to make the tackle. Another 35 yards gained, though. Hieronymus Lackluster gains only 2 yards. Vincent Rimshot doesn't gain anything. And then Ocean Tanklark, with a lot to do, has done it. 9 yards gained. There goes Bertha, and she's made it all the way to the end zone. Well, we've seen turnovers, so this is not beyond the realm of possibility. It's right on the edge of the realm of possibility, having its passport checked. And they're going like, are you planning to stay for work or leisure? Well, theoretically, I'm staying for work. What's that voice? Don't know. Staying for work, and I need to get a job done. I see. Well, I mean, we'll let you into the realm of possibility if you're lucky. There we go, a little tableau there for you to chew on and enjoy as Grunt score again, putting this one beyond reach. Sympathy mode. Okay, there goes Ocean Tanklark doing something. Lackluster not doing anything as Alvin Government gets injured by frog plots, bringing Thrud Gum onto the field. With 14 plays left to go and a commanding lead for Grunt Auto Group. Hoodie Mafia's in again. Beautiful. Okay. Tanklark runs for 7. Lackluster with a 1-yard pass. Big moves. Well, Bertha Raccoon's made an interception. You would say that Bertha might be, on for player of the game, but she hasn't done enough. Tanklark, a 43-yard completion. Lackluster out to Tanklark. Gains another 6. Rim shot, end zone, Raccoon, touchdown. Words which in any other context would make no sense at all. Would sound like one of those, where am I on the map? Final score, Grunt Auto Group 7, Vivi Boys 3. Mulawab Verbose is player of the game with 81 fan points, 287 yards receiving. 2 touchdowns, a tackle for loss, and a pair of deflections. For the Vivi Boys, Bertha Raccoon is number 1, 53 fan points, 218 receiving. Really didn't think she'd done that much, but she has. 3 touchdowns, 3 deflections, and an interception. When it comes to pancakes over on the Vivi Boys side of things, Sir Randall Manor with 19, and then over at Grunt Auto Group, it's Frog Plots with 51. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. That's that. We're off to a start, such as it is. Right. We'll head up to the top of the table now. The Nomads are taking on the Blood Pit Bouncers at the Blood Pit, where it's sure to be violent. The Nomads are in full attendance now. They're dialed in. They're tuned up. They're turned on. They're partying down. They're living it up. Good. That's all possible conditions for a Nomad to be in. It will be Blood Pit with the ball first, and it's aging injury likelihood Tiger Styles who gets us going, and it's a lovely bit of running. Lovely bit of running. 25 yards there, taking Tiger over 7,000 yards in their career on the grounds. Gretel will get fancy now with a bit of running. Gets another 8. Tiger looking to throw. Completes it to Gretel, who has another first down. Looks mighty pleased with herself as a result. Rocky Melons now making some moves. Rocky, heck of a player. Touchdown. 23 yards. Oh, yeah. Oh, Rocky Melons. Flipping heck of a player. Joey Bugout can't get anywhere. It's 3rd and 9 already. And Chaka Khan completes the pass, but that's as far as it goes. And we're back to Blood Pit again as Party Boy gains 25. Melons got an open field to run into. Runs into that part of the field. Gains 16, but Get Fancy with the goal line in sight. Doesn't quite get there. Tiger hangs around for a bit looking for a pass. Decides not to look for a pass. Runs it in for a touchdown. 2-0 Blood Pit. And there's an interception. Ramiro has picked it off. Yeah, you always forget that Ramiro Pleasure Dome is playing until he makes his first solid powering run there. Gains 27. Joey Bugout looks to the middle and shouldn't have. No, but they've completed the 2nd down. Out to Zamboni, who's at the opposing 5. Vortex tries to pass and it's wide of the mark. Bugout is deflected by Pleasure Dome. 3rd and goal. Chaka Khan. Touchdown Zamboni. And that makes a bit more of a game. Tiger with another nice run gains 12. Here goes Melons, playing with no fear despite the fact that a death-inducing injury is just around the corner. But Get Fancy goes nowhere. Styles with the throw completes to Pleasure Dome. It's short of the 1st down though, and Rocky has to do it. And Rocky has done it, and Rocky is still doing it currently. It's like a grammar lesson. Gretel runs not very far at all. Tiger with the completion for 3. It's 3rd and goal. Rocky, touchdown. 30th of the year for Rocky Melons. That's quite a lot. That is quite a lot. Can someone check for me? Is that a lot? That feels like it might be close to league leading. It's 3rd and 10 for the Nomads. And they managed to get the pass out to Zamboni again. Bugout runs it for nothing. Chaka Khan is deflected by Party Boy. Vortex with the throw is deflected by Party Boy again. And we're back to the bouncers. Pleasure Dome gets the catch and goes 20 yards. Here's Melons. It's another 1st down. 19 gain. Rocky's over 100 already and we're still in the 1st half. Party Boy gains 20. Tiger throws end zone touchdown. Party Boy. 5-1. To the Bouncers. Well, I mean, the Bouncers' record is a little misleading. They're 6-3 at the moment, and frankly, they're not a 6-3 team. No. I mean, it's going to be them against Erg Melonflex, almost certainly for the crown in bad company. And at the moment, it could go either way, but you'd have to say that the Bouncers, despite last week's result, you've got to go. No, you can't sleep on those clowns at all. Not that clowns particularly approve of you sleeping on them, but those clowns in particular, I wouldn't. Don't get your pillow out. No, they won't. They won't thank you for it. Anyway, Nomads are moving the ball. They're at halfway line at the moment, and Mary Aluminium breaks into opposing territory to the bouncer 25. Peter Brickwall coming up with a tackle for loss as Aluminium gets another 1st down. The Nomads keep motoring forward. Chaka Khan is deflected by Pleasure Dome, who's up to 5 deflections in the game. Joey Bugout up the middle, no chance. Back to the bouncers, and it's an immediate sack from Buster Vortex, but there goes Rocky, who had the 1st down and then came back again to make it exciting. Rocky having 30 touchdowns puts him in 1st place for offense. Although that will probably change later in the stream as both Steve Murray and Julio Alicante have 27. There was a fumble and the Nomads have got the ball back. Vortex, they're picking it up. Vortex was one of the players of the season last year. I'm just saying. Yeah, I know. You kind of go, well, what's he done this year? Well, not so much, really. But the Nomads have scored again, making it 6-2. Rocky's on the hustle and he gains 10. He slowed down significantly in the 2nd half, but I don't think they've had as much possession in the 2nd half yet, so maybe I'm judging them harshly. Rocky takes off once more and runs backwards again. That was a 13-yard game, and then it ended up not being a 13-yard game because he ran backwards. 2nd and 10, Tiger Styles. Deflected by Zamboni. Rocky's got the 3rd down in his sights. He's got the 1st down and 24 more yards. Gretel would Get Fancy, who's had a quiet but competent game. Moves it another 3. And Ramiro Pleasure Dome is into the end zone to make it 7-2. And we're going to activate That's All She Wrote. Because, I mean, Hold on, there's one down. Joey Bugout is down. Injured by Ben Radical. Kim Selector has subbed in as Rocky gets another touchdown. Kim Big Throw, nowhere. Did they call her Kim Big Throw? No, not really. Kim Selector traditionally a receiver. Peter Brickwall gets another sack. Selector runs it for 2. Just 10 plays left in this one. The Nomads stalling out on another drive. This is not their season, but I think they knew that. There's another player down up there. We'll find out what's going on up there in a minute. Kim Selector's been injured by Tiger Styles. Well, she was only briefly on the field as Ramiro Pleasure Dome makes it 9-2. Party Boy with the deflection. Zamboni gets another catch. And he's a decent little player. Ezekiel Zamboni. He's got a long career ahead of him if he lives that long. Final score, Blood Pit 9, Nomads 2. Player of the game, Ramiro Pleasure Dome for the Bouncers. Didn't break 100 yards, but did get 10 pancakes, 3 touchdowns, 5 deflections and an interception. Over on the Nomads, Ezekiel Zamboni with 25 fan points. Whoa, that's a team that was shut down. Yeah. 118 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns and a deflection. Pancakes. It's Crotch Dangle Flag with 46 for the Nomads. Up against, well, I'm not even going to bother looking. Peter Brickwall with 67 at the Bouncers, who are rolling on. Yeah, get out of their way. They're coming through. Next up, well, I'm next up in rotation. Let's roll. Bulldozer Power taking on the Wizards. It's another cursed field. And you people reckon in today's action poll, where the sporting fan elite have their say on what's happening, and top of the probability chart is like 2 injuries, nothing too big, but followed very closely by the end of Steve. Well, I mean, that could certainly be the case. No change in our lineup. Oh no, I've put Ook Beltsand in. I wasn't going to, but I decided to. Largely because I'd like him to develop, but if he dies, I'll get over it because the coach hates him. So, that's a decision. The Wizards are playing at home. And Tension Soda's going to show us what they're working with. All right, not a lot. Okay, Energy Hussein on 2nd and 11 is sacked by Big Steve. Here's Lamprey Crankenhoof, who throws it out of Walrus Pete. Nice gains, and he's immediately injured by Gorgeous Leonard. Whiskers Camembert with a catch, gains 21 off the pass. Hussein is sacked by Big Steve. Lamprey, this Crankenfoot, should be Crankenhoof. Doesn't really matter. BDP have taken over. Fanny Glowstick throws an 11-yarder for the first down. Gorgeous Leonard with his first run of the game. He's going to go for a little while. There it is. 26 yards from Leonard is Steve. What are you going to do, Steve? Steve's going to run for us. There's an injury. Whiskers Camembert's been taken out and Steve's going to the end zone. Okay, Dougie Conglomerate there, taking a name. Lenny Luxury gets a catch, having been brought onto the field. Dougie gets a deflection. It's 2nd and 10. Emphysema catches a 1-yarder, 3rd and 8. And Lenny's got the first down and is brought down after 25 yards. Hussein, intercepted by Ook Beltsand. Well done, young'un. Fanny decides to try and run it. It was a bad idea. Leonard, nice running there from Leonard. The future is gorgeous. 26-yard gain there. Here comes Steve. What you thinking, Steve? Steve goes for the throw. Gets out to Doug, who gets 1 yard off it. Glowstick, and that one's deflected by Soda. 3rd and 8. Leonard, don't throw the ball, Leonard, for crying out loud. You're a run-only player. Steve, I can understand it, but flipping heck. All right, stupid coach. Yeah. Anyway, there were 3 plays made there and not a lot happened. So Doug's just made a catch for BDP, gains 31 yards. Leonard, he's rumbling round the outside there and he's got himself a 16-yard touchdown, the 12th of his career. Soda has a go, but Anger Panda's been injured by Steve Murray. Bison Lamond has subbed in. Well, the Wizards are getting to letting everyone have a go. Steve's got another sack, and now we've got the ball. Fanny runs the ball again, which she shouldn't be doing, as Leonard gets another slow, rumbling run there and gains 23. Here comes Steve. Steve's passing, and it's gone to Doug for a touchdown. To be fair, I unless injuries interfere, which at the moment the injuries all seem to be flowing in one direction, but I'm sure that'll change. The Wizards aren't really a favourite in this game. Not really. No. Yeah. We've got the ball back. All right, Fanny chucks it out to Doug. Doug, good pace. And he's brought down after 42. Leonard straight up the middle. He decides to take evasive action to deliberately swerve into people, then fumbles it on the goal line, and it's picked up by Bison Lamond, who was a BDP player in our developmental squad until we sold him. And now he's getting his own back. Crankenfoot is sacked by Hank Donk. Steve gets another sack as well, just for the sake of it. All right, Leonard, hold on to the ball, mate. All right, relatively simple. Good lad, 39 yards gained there for Lenny. He runs it absolutely nowhere. Second and goal. Steve smashes through people for a touchdown. A good catch there from Lenny Luxury, who is a decent player and was on the sideline for some reason. One suspects trying to avoid being hurt or killed, which is not unwise, but at the same time, you play your starters or you don't play at all. Was that Leonard with that pass? Yep, he threw it to Doug. Well, that's not the game plan. Yeah, I know, but Doug just scored a 66-yard touchdown. It's still not the game plan. I would rather play the game plan and it didn't work. Thank you. You can game plan? When did this happen? Well, you can't. Anyway, half-time rolled around. It's 5-0. Here come the Wizards. They're moving pretty nicely at the moment. Soda gets 1 yard. It's 3rd and 9. Hussein, touchdown, Celia Emphysema, and the Wizards have got a score. Fanny runs it again, gains 3. There goes Leonard. Hold on to the ball, Leonard. Hold on to the ball. He gains 21. Steve, bad throw from Steve, but I mean that's the same as saying Steve throws the ball, but he got a sack to compensate. Well, that's nice. Yeah. And Crankenfoot there giving it his best. He gained 10 yards, but they'd lost a few by that point. Luke Beltsan there making a catch. Goes, I'm playing too, as Leonard runs it again. I'm not sure why Pitkin Roaring Fork is so far down the field there, but he still failed to make the tackle anyway as Steve takes it to the house for another touchdown. When you're turning sympathy mode on, not before the last 30 plays. Okay, well that's anytime soon. Yeah. Steve makes a catch. He's broken a tackle. He's got a little bit of coverage there. Gains 29 yards. Leonard straight up the gut. Touchdown BDP to make it 7-1. I think we can engage the speed of inevitability at this point. That's going to take us to 9-1. Do we think that makes playoffs inevitable? Almost inevitable. Good game from Lenny. Yeah, he's coming up on 200 yards. That's what we like to see. Touchdown, Steve. Okay. Steve's going to get player of the game because he's got, like, sacks. Lots of them. I think he's got, did I say 20 tackles in this game? Whoa. Dougie with a 41-yard touchdown makes it 9-1. The Wizards punished somewhat for starting developmental players, but at the end of the day, that you might as well put your developmental players on the field to let them develop or die. 66-yard completion there for Fanny as Lenny gets a first down towards the end zone. Touchdown, Luke Beltsand. Lovely. Steve with another sack. Steve's on player of the week money at this point. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He did throw an interception though. He did. That's true. Dougie got another touchdown. Good for him. Final score. No, Steve's on player of the week money. Final score. Bulldozer Power 11. The Wizard Hole Wizards 2. Player of the game. Steve Murray with 154 fan points. Catch that. Broke 100 yards in average. 27 pancakes. 6 touchdowns. 25 tackles. That's got to be pushing the league record. 1 tackle for loss, 6 sacks, and an injury inflicted. For the Wizards, Celia Emphysema, 36 fan points, 183 receiving. pretty good job. 2 touchdowns, and that's your lot. Pancakes over at the Wizards. You're looking at Pitkin Roaring Fork with 16. And then at BDP, probably Hank. Hank Donk with 65. Well, that was ugly. Yeah, that was not a pretty sight. Do we want to hang on to the second game of the week? Yeah, let's hang on to the second game of the week for a minute. The battle in space is an exciting one, and I'm looking forward to it. We've got 3 games of the week, fundamentally, right? You've got the battle in space. Yeah. You've got are they good this year? Budget versus Marsupials. And then you've got, one of you's got to win it, Cheerio versus Lingo Blend. So those are the 3 games that I kind of picked out as that might be interesting. And we're heading into the fog, obviously, as Erg Melonflex are taking on Failurewood. Well, can Julio catch in the fog? We know Flapjack can run. And there he goes, look. Yep. And that's 38 yards. Georgina Karate is sacked by Will Spin Gold. Is Mars Mullo. Yep, smashing through a few people. He's still going. That's a 34-yard gain. Flapjack, he's throwing it. Weird choice, but Engelbert Louthmouth made the catch, and that's a 9-yard touchdown. Here comes Failurewood, and Fromage Demijohn has decided that he's going to run it, and he gains 17. Alejandro Klutz tries the same thing, gets nothing. Michael Angelical gets also not a lot, and Demijohn is then injured by Johnny Appetite. Well, that's going to change things up for Failurewood, isn't it? Karate runs for 4. Mullo smashes through a bunch of tackles and gains 15. Flapjack goes nowhere on that one. 2nd and 9. Georgina Karate. Good run, 23 yards. Mars Mullo now. Touchdown. Well, yeah. Bessie Grapeshot is subbed in. Immediately flips it out to Julio, who fumbles it. And Flapjack's recovered the fumble. Well, that's not what you want to see. Georgina Karate, another nice run, evading and breaking tackles, gains 22. Mars Mullo, touchdown. And already it is it's 3-0 Melonflex. And Charles Monkey Cage there getting a sack, taking him to 28 this season. I think he's leading the way on sacks at the moment. Will Spin Gold with the tackle for loss. Mars Mullo stopped short. And the Failurewood defence has stepped up. Bessie Grapeshot, though, only makes 1 step. And Engelbert Loudmouth has made an interception and taken it all the way to the house. And Mocha Badson is out for the year on a season-ending injury. Johnny Appetite does it again. Now, I mean, Mocha Badson is a great all-round player, but not that much of a game changer. Still, you don't want one of your starters going out permanently for the year. Mars Mullo, touchdown. Okay, Julio with a catch, gains 9. He's been very well covered in this game. Alejandro Klutz, lovely bit of running, gains 16. Michael Angelical, sacked by Whomping Willow. Here comes Bessie Grapeshot on 2nd and 13. No. Klutz on 3rd and 12? Yes. And there goes Julio. And he's broken a tackle. Julio a la carte with a 56-yard touchdown. That's what we want to see. We want to see a game where a combination of Flapjack Nope and Mars Mullo, Will Spin Gold's just been taken down by Mars. Just rip it up. Will Spin's taken out. Phantom of Fanta's subbed in. Flapjack versus Julio. That's the game we want to see. And Flapjack scores a 43-yard run thanks to some nice blocking from the team there. But right now, Failurewood are really struggling to get their motor running. As Alejandro Klutz gets them a first down, Angelical takes all day looking for a player. Can't see anyone in the fog, so runs it himself and gets a first. Grape shot to Phantom of Fanta for the first down. Klutz, nothing. Angelical completes a Mafanta again, and it's another first down. The short yardage game working well there as Julio gets another touchdown to make it 6-2. Okay, it's not over yet. You've only got to injure Charles Monkey Cage and the game changes dramatically. But until that happens, Charles Monkey Cage changes you dramatically. Half-time rolls around, 6-2 is the score. Erg Melonflex very much on top right now. Mars Mullo with another run. Really works for it and gains only 5 yards. Flapjack, though, has a clear path. And that's a touchdown. Grape Shot throws. It's Mafanta with another catch. Who's covering Julio? Engelbert Loudmouth. He's got a bit of speed. He's got a bit of... He's capable. And in the fog, that might be all you need. Georgina Karate on a 2nd and 10. Evades most of the trouble and gains 11 yards for a first down. Mullo's running it some more. And it's another first down. 9 carries for 115. Pretty good. Flapjack. Still Flapjack. 19 yards gained. I mean, he could step it up and push his season numbers to 2,000 in this one, but he's not going to. I mean, that would be an almighty last 30-odd plays of the game. Klutz, nothing doing. Angelical completes it to Mafanta, and it's 3rd and 2. Grape Shot, first down. And still going. A fortunate piece of pace at just the right moment and a 36-yard gain. Angelical now on a 2nd and 9, throws to no one. His Grape Shot on the 3rd and 9. You won't make it this time. Doesn't make it this time. Erg Melonflex with the ball back again. They've got this one very much under control. Failurewood not able to pick out their superstar. Are not able to pick out the kind of moves that's going to win them the game. Also, they can't stop any of these runners consistently. No. And so they're being run over by lots of tiddly little dudes. Johnny Appetite's been injured as Johnny Appetite's done for the season. Taken out by Vicky Flamboyant. Sven Ikira's subbed in for Erg Melonflex, but it's not going to change the outcome in this one, as Erg Melonflex are currently up 9-2. Alright. Grape Shot runs it again, gets close to a first down. Here comes Klutz, and he's sacked by Whomping Willow. And then Angelical can't do it either. There goes Flapjack. And that's an 18-yard gain. Karate. Another 15 yards. Mullo. Another 34 yards. Yeah. See, I'd have brought a tackling team, personally. And Bessie Grape Shot has been taken out by Whomping Willow. Irish Joe Shock is now on the field for Failurewood. And that'll certainly change things up. It won't. No, I mean, he just made a 16-yard catch. But, I mean, what are we even talking about here? We're not talking about anything. There goes Flapjack again. And that's a 12-yard gain. Georgina is also having a strong day. Out of the 3 of them, Georgina, yeah, it's probably number 3 in terms of productivity, but it really depends on the linebackers. You see, slower linebackers, Georgina will get a job done. Slightly faster, flimsier linebackers, and you want Mars Mullo. Game's over, and Erg Melonflex win it 10-2. Charles Monkey Cage with 105 fan points leads the way. 87 pancakes. It's why they win the games. Yeah. If you want to go, why? Charles Monkey Cage. 87 pancakes, 16 tackles, 1 tackle for loss and 4 sacks. Julio Alicart for Failurewood Hills, 27 fan points. Oh boy. 145 receiving off very few catches, 2 touchdowns, nothing on defense. Pancakes over at Failurewood. Gunter Hazardous with 22. And then obviously Monkey Cage over at Erg Melonflex with 87. Oof, yeah. Next up, the Fire Chefs taking on the Stegonauts. Okay. You want to do Space Battle? All right, I'll do Space Battle after this one, and then we'll get it on the go. You didn't request an early game, did you? No. We'll do it after the Fail Brigade bounce down. Fire Chefs are letting the coach pick this week because it's not going to make... Well, actually, they've been targeting their younger players to try and get a little bit of va-va-voom into future seasons. and the Stegonauts are having it's just not working reliably season. But Daisy flounced Frenzy with a nice move on the first play of the game for the Stegonauts. Gained quite a bit. Georgie Cones didn't. Ulysses Failure not a lot. Flounced Frenzy with a throw, deflected by Bredrick Lepan. We've not seen him in action in a while. Disco Collins there with a 9-yard gain. Typewriter throws it out. Collins has got it again. Breaks a couple of tackles, gains 34. Lepan now throwing, bad throw off target. Jackie Mercury is sacked by Gendrich Grippy, 3rd and 13. Lepan, touchdown. 1-0 Chefs. Let's go, Chefs. Gendrich Grippy with a catch to take it back, 17 yards. Georgie Cones hangs around all day, and Grippy's managed to break open. Has a 36-yard gain. Ulysses Failure. And that one's deflected by Collins. Flounce Frenzy, deflected by Collins again. Cones up the middle. Can only gain 4, and the Chefs get a stop. They throw it immediately to Collins. You know what? Pace works. 33 yards. Lepan evades a lot of trouble. And that's a 27-yard gain off the short pass. He then can't throw for Toffee. Jackie Mercury to Tristram. Lawnmower. Touchdown. Chefs. Okay. Flounce Frenzy. Gains 7 on the ground. Georgie Cones. Georgie Cones. Is a first down, a 4-yard gain. Ulysses Failure is stopped at the line. Flounce Frenzy is stopped and injured by Chad. Nobby Harefoot has subbed in for the Stegonauts, but we'll have to wait till the next drive to see if that's going to pay off or not. Jack Mercury completes a 24-yarder to Lawnmower. Putal Arachnophone there with a deflection, but Lepan's off again. Flipping Bredrick Lepan, another 28 yards, another injury there. It's Fritz Beermat has been taken out by Santino, the Murder Monster Bananas, and Anxiety Burger has subbed in for the Chefs. Failure still not getting anywhere with the ground game as Collins gets another catch for the Chefs. And that's another Chefs touchdown to make it 4-0. Okay. Stegonauts, where are they going to find their first score? Did they leave it with Nobby Harefoot? Well, not if he's going to carry it like that, they didn't. Georgie Cones with a good run. Picks a lane with nobody in it, which is a good lane to run into. Ulysses Failure gains another 2. Harefoot throws, it's no good. Cones on 3rd and 8. Manages to break only 2 tackles before running out of gas, and the Chefs have got it back again. And they flipped it out to Collins. And it's another 41 yards. Jackie Mercury is 7 for 7 and 168 yards this side of half-time. Not that side of half-time, you see. Collins with another 10-yard catch has already got 180 yards in this game. Lepan throws. Lawnmower catches for 6. Mercury to Typewriter. Touchdown Chefs, and they lead it 5-0. Yeah. Nobby Harefoot gains 3. Georgie Cones. As the Stegonauts look for anything that works. Ulysses Failure with his most productive run of the day is working his way up towards Chef territory with an 18-yard gain. Half-time is here though, and the Chefs are up 5-0 in a result that nobody would have gone, oh yeah, that's what I'd expect. Failure goes nowhere at all. This Chef's line shutting down the run very nicely. Lepan gains 4. He now throws it out of bounds. It's really not his move. No. Nobby Harefoot with a 1-yard run. Cones with a throw is deflected by Lawnmower. Failure runs again and runs into tackles once more. There goes Lawnmower for the Chefs as they are immediately into Stegonaut land. Stegoland, I think you'll find it's called. Oh yeah. Hold on. Failure's picked one off. That's going to change things up. Here they come. The Stegonauts with a comeback. And Georgie Cones smashes some tackles and fumbles the ball. Anxiety Burgers picked it up. And the Chefs managed to recover from that one. That was the momentum shifter. Right there. Not a Calypso shifter. No. Tristram Lawnmower, touchdown. 6-0 Chefs. Jackie Mercury there with a tackle for loss. If you're being tackled for a loss by a gnome, go home. That's just it. You're not supposed to be playing today. No, you've got your dates wrong in your calendar. Your biorhythms are off, and you stroked the wrong crystal this morning. So just, it's not happening. Flipping tackle for a loss by a gnome. Hold on, Putal Arachnophone is dead. Olivetti typewriter there has taken out a starting lineman. Well, that's unexpected. Flipping it, Coldo. Where have you been all season? All right. Yeah, no, Pugil Arachnophone was young as well. That was a young player, just taken out there before they'd really got a chance to make a name for themselves. Well, they've made a name for themselves now as a casualty. Olivetti typewriter? Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, I suppose Olivetti typewriter is a demon. Bridget Lepan, touchdown. And the Chefs are leading at 8-0, so let's call this one done, shall we? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, look, Georgie Cones is doing something. He pokes it with a stick. Come on, Cones. Get up there. Nobby Harefoot. Also, not so much from Nobby Harefoot, which is surprising. Cones has finally started to figure out how to run the ball, but the damage is done at this point. There you go. Stegonaut's got a score. Isla Monotheism has been injured by Santino Murder Incorporated Bananas. It's just an injury, though. No. Disco Collins, another nice catch. But this is the last play of the game, and the final score is the Chefs 8, Stegonauts 1. Olivetti Typewriters player of the game with 85 fan points, 218 passing, 6 touchdowns, not a lot of defence apart from 1 kill. That'd do. Santino Bananas for the Stegonauts, 65 fan points, 45 pancakes, 2 sacks, 2 injuries inflicted. Pancakes over at the Stegonauts, and it is going to be Santino who leads the way with 45, whereas over at the Chefs, Caldo's not even here. No, you'll see that later and just kind of go, oh, great. I suppose I ought to use this team regularly. Anyway, Chad led the way with pancakes for the Fire Chefs with 23. Well, crumbs. All right. It's battle in space. Fernando, don't you? Oh, yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. No, that's fine. I'll allow it. Yeah. No pinging Caldo. He gets to enjoy that one for himself. Especially given that he'd forgotten to put a lineup in. What a Burke. Anyway, KSA are taking on Stardozer. This is a fascinating game. This could be really, really, really interesting. We know that Stardozer are good. We know that KSA is KSA. I don't know how it's going to play out. The Stardozer defense looks amazing, but their offensive looks struggly. But they signed, in the last 24 hours, they signed Rock Hands, who is one of the best receiver defenders that you're ever going to come across. And it's a beautiful day for some Brutalball. The sun is out and the stars are aligned. And Marcus Rhodescope is sacked by Stax Flamenco on the first play of the game. Jackie Flip a coin, chucks it out there. Lloyd Gadzooks with a catch for Stardozer. His club Bollinger. That's a short completion to Gadzooks. Rhodescope goes nowhere. Flip a coin is sacked by Koff Zerma and KSA take over. Saturno goes nowhere. McClintock throws it nowhere. And then Flamenco goes nowhere. All right. It's a nervy old... Rotoscope there had a player downfield wide open. Also had a running lane if he chose to scramble. Instead chucked it away. What a total plum. Anyway, there's Hands, and he's getting involved, and it's a 26-yard gain. Jackie Flip a coin, flips it to Gadzooks for 3 yards. Bollinger. That's another completion, but it's only short. Rotoscope. Deflected in the end zone by Lance Boyle. Good stop there by KSA. Saturno gets a run this time, goes 5 yards. Zerma is complete by McClintock. Gets the first down. McClintock now with the catch. And it's a 24-yard gain. Saturno throws, deflected by Bollinger. McClintock, deflected by Hands. He does that, you know. Flamenco goes nowhere, and we are back in the company of Stardozer again. As Hands gets another big catch, 43 yards. Flip a coin to Gadzooks. First down and more. 16 yards gained. Bollinger straight through the middle goes 2. Rotoscope on 2nd and 7 is deflected by Saturno. Flip a Coin's going to try and run it there. He will do. Touchdown Stardozer. After 1/4 of play, Stardozer take the lead. Koff Zerma with a first good catch, gains 36. McClintock goes 2 yards on the ground. Flamenco sacked by ostentatious smack. McClintock then with a catch, but it's not enough for the first down. And this time, Hans is up there again. Another 48 yards for Rock Hans, who has 141 receiving yards in this game already. Club Bollinger completes for just 1 yard. Marcus Rotoscope gets it to Lloyd Gadzooks, who is down at the 2-yard line. Flip a Coin intercepted by Kelvin Datebook. The lineman there snagging the ball out of thin air to prevent the touchdown. Big play, big play, big play. Flamenco goes nowhere. Now, well, Stacks Flamenco is clearly experimental in the role, and you have to say, this experiment, it's gone bad. No, yeah. You were trying to make toothpaste, and instead you made tooth remover. Rock Hands. I don't know. It was a bad example. I scrambled for one there real fast, and it didn't come good. Here goes Kelvin Datebook again. That troll can hustle. A 43-yard catch and go. McClintock runs nowhere. Flamenco. This time he's broken some tackles and he gains 15 yards. Taking his total after 4 carries to 15 yards. Koff Zerma with a touchdown makes it 2-1. It's KSA. You can't snooze on them. Rotoscope throws a 30-yarder. Brat Salad comes up with a sack. Half-time rolls around. And Club Bollinger's got the ball. And it's intercepted. Bill Saturno's now got the ball. Saturno throws. Datebook with the reception. McClintock throws it away. Flamenco stopped at the line. And Saturno's got to do it all. And Bollinger makes a deflection. There goes Hans again. It's Raz McClintock who's covering him. And that's a mismatch. But, I mean, there aren't many players who can cover Rock Hands. Yaya Lemongrass there making a deflection as Lloyd Gadzooks takes it to the house to make it 3-1 Stardozer. Bill Saturno throws. It's a first down. Here's McClintock. That one's gone to Datebook, who's tricky. And he gains 30 yards. Stacks Flamenco, stopped at the line. Here comes Bill Saturno. Well, that one went quite a distance to nobody. Raz McClintock goes 3 yards. Rotoscope throws. Gadzooks drops the ball. Well, there'll be words about that in the locker room later if he's still alive. Flip a Coin throws it. It was thrown away. And KSA got the ball back and they've given it to Zerma. So it's a touchdown then. 3-2. Zerma comes up with a sack. Flip a Coin is running it but gets nowhere. Here's Bollinger and he's sacked by Stacks Flamenco. And Saturno has decided to turn on some of the ground game there. Gains 24 yards. McClintock. Deflected by Bollinger. Here comes Flamenco. He got a lead block there, but he could still only gain 5. Saturno can't get the first down. Good stop by Stardozer. Rotoscope throws. Gadzooks makes up for it with a 24-yard catch this time. Gadzooks again. Another 22 for his total. Club Bollinger. It's Gadzooks. Who's covering Gadzooks? Is it Zerma? No, it's Saturno. Saturno's pretty good. Rock Hands, touchdown. Okay. All right. Yeah. Bill Saturno's just run it for 38 yards. Look, there has to come a point where you say, we need a player other than Bill Saturno. That freaky little mutant is brilliant, but we need more just like him, or at least some who can get the flipping job done. Flip a Coin to Gadzooks as Stardozer are charging upfield again. 16 plays left and Stardozer on a 3-point lead. Yeah. Oh, you've got Zerma. You've got Zerma. Okay, well, I'll give you that, but it's not happening often enough. I mean, the fact that the other 2 runners are not pulling their weight is part of the problem as Stardozer take over again. Jack Flip a Coin on a 2nd and 12. Completes for 2 yards. Club Bollinger 3rd and 9. And that one doesn't go very far either. There goes Saturno again. Almost gets the first down. And then Zerma gets him the first down. That's your combo. Yeah. I mean, there's 3 other players who should be contributing, but just rarely turning up as Bill Saturno makes it 5-3. Roadscope throws a 1-yarder. Flip a coin, throws it nowhere. And Bollinger on 3rd and 8. Gets 11 yards more out of Rock Hands, and the game is over as Lloyd Gadzooks gets the final play of the game. Final score, Stardozer 5, KSA 3. Player of the game, Kof Zerma. 167 receiving, 2 touchdowns, 14 tackles, 2 sacks, and a deflection. See, Zerma plays both ways. See, two-way player. Yeah, proper two-way player, Kof Zerma. For Stardozer, Rock Hands is number 1 with 60 fan points, 337 receiving, 3 touchdowns, 2 deflections. Pancakes at Stardozer, it's ostentatious Smack with 29, while at KSA, Yaya Lemongrass, the only just signed. In fact, didn't Lemongrass and Hands just swap places? Didn't you trade them like the other day? Either way, Yaya Lemongrass, 43 pancakes. So there's that. Yeah. KSA, are they done for the year? Nah, they're fine. 5 and 4, they can pull that back in. They'll make the playoffs. Right, okay, back down the deep end, and Peninsula Transport are about to get thrashed by the Red Star Pathfinders. Why do you say that? Well, actually, I might be wrong, because Peninsula haven't put in their own game plan. They're letting the coach choose this week, whereas the Pathfinders, we still don't know. We can draw some assumptions. They won last week despite having lost Sponson Maple. If you're not up on the story, Sponson Maple, the number 1 draft pick this season, propelled the Pathfinders to an immense start to their season and then was killed. So the question is, fluke or not? Well, it's a ground game, so if the Pathfinders have brought a ground game, they might be all right. Hank Fungible on the first play of the game flips it out to Bradley Comer, and it's an 18-yard gain. Ego Sarian, nice run, gains 14, and that was a big hole in the middle of the line there. Janet Mission throws a 1-yarder. Fungible throws an interception, and it's Veronica Hammock with the interception. Surgeon General throws one backwards, and then Martin Slug saves the day, and the Pathfinders have a first down. Lionel Goat. Yeah, no, they're passing. Yeah, Veronica Hammock's been injured anyway by Rhett Violin. Eric PowerPoint has subbed into the line for the Pathfinders, which is not what they want when they are running with a weakened line anyway. But Tiffany Hoover back there coming up with a sack. And then Pope Lorenz making a tackle for loss. And Lorenz then gets a catch, and it's worth 9 yards. Slug throws, deflected by Cordelia Benzedrine. Lionel Goat to a wide-open Yellow Fang touchdown. You ought to try and sign Yellow Fang. It'll cost you. It will cost you. Janet Mission. A 42-yard catch for the Peninsulas. Benzedrine gets one as well. That's worth 8. Is Mission. And that's a 1-yard gain. Hang Fungible on third and very short, deflected by Goat. Good stop by the Pathfinders. But they've got to make some offense work. Slug gets them 3, and on third down, they flip it out to Slug, but he's tackled for a loss. Peninsula Transport back in possession. Osarian throws to Coma, and that's worth 7. Here's Janet Mission on first down. That's deflected by PowerPoint. Fungible to Benzedrine for nothing. Osarian to Coma, who's down at about the 4-yard line. Janet Mission round the outside of the line. Touchdown Peninsula Transport. It's 1-1. Sack comes in from Hank Fungible. You've been sacked by a gnome. We spoke about this. There's an injury down there. It looks like another Pathfinder, and it looked like a beefy one. Lionel Goat has been injured by Kilkenny Prohound. Anthony Pringles has subbed in for the Pathfinders. Surgeon General throws to no one. Martin Slug runs away from danger and into the end zone to make it 2-1. Fungible on first down goes 1 yard. Osarian. And that's a 2-yard gain. Janet Mission on third and 7 is stopped behind the line. And the Pathfinders have it back again, completing a short one. Out, picking up the first down. Here comes Pringles on a first and goal. He can get only 1 yard. Surgeon, end zone, Fang, touchdown. 4-1 Pathfinders. Neither team is particularly showing offensive prowess at the moment, but the Pathfinder line defence is doing a fine job at containing a potentially explosive Peninsula Transport ground game. Speaking of which, here goes Sarian, just ran it for 26 yards as half-time rolls around. Janet Mission, she's keeping it to herself and then taking it downfield for 16. Fungible throws, Mission with the catches down at the 1 yard line. Osarian tackled for a loss. Mission, second and goal. To the end zone, Bradley Comer to make it 4-2. Sack comes in from Kilkenny Prohound. Martin Slug goes nowhere. It's 3rd and 13, and Pringles gets stopped as well. And Peninsula have come to play. They've thrown that one to Benzedrine, who gains 17. Osarian's now on the move, evading trouble. Touchdown Peninsula. It's now 4-3. Peninsula Transport on the comeback, and Fungible makes an interception. He's then sacked by Pope Lorenz, but he'll still be celebrating the interception. Sarian gets nowhere good. 3rd and 11, and it's intercepted by Surgeon General. The Surgeon is sacked by Janet Mission. Martin Slug is stopped at the line. Anthony Pringles gets 28 yards. Okay, well, I mean, I thought I was onto something of a pattern there of that didn't work, that didn't work, that didn't work, that didn't work, and neither did that. Martin Slug goes 19 yards as the Pathfinders enter Peninsula. Pringles runs another 15. Here's the Surgeon on 1st and 10. He's going to try and run it, and no, it doesn't go anywhere. Martin Slug now giving it some, has got some. 18 yards gained. Pringles, touchdown. 5-3, Red Star. Can they hang on for the win? Sarian throws it, and it's Benzedrine with a catch for 2. Hoover Bag comes up with a sack, and Red Star have got it back again. Hatchet Malibu there making a deflection. And we've not mentioned Hatchet Malibu yet in this game. Playing in the line, I think. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, well, I mean, that can happen. 21 yards gain there for Pringles. 20 plays left. Slug with the ball on 2nd and 14. And he's going to get a touchdown. That makes it 6-3, and that'll be a win for the Pathfinders. I mean, there is time for Peninsula to come back again, and if they gave the ball to Osarian on every single play, they might get it. Yeah, all right, you can throw the ball to Bradley Comer occasionally. He's playing all right. But everyone else should have stayed at home. Although Janet Mission doesn't think that. She just gained 16 yards on the carry. But that's one of her better runs of the day. Hank Fungible's now having a go, and he's got a touchdown. All right, Surgeon to Lorenz for 3 yards. Slug's going again. 6-4 is the score, and all the Pathfinders have to do is not lose the ball. Pringles, another good run. He's still going. Anthony Pringles, a 36-yard gain. Surgeon General throws it. It's a 9-yard completion. Martin Slug to the end zone. And that will make it 7-4. And that will be enough to ensure the Pathfinders win train keeps going. Yeah. While Peninsula Transport dropped to 10 losses this season. Yeesh. Yeah. Well, they didn't put in a game plan for this one. If you're just letting the season ride out, put your kids on the field, let them get some experience. Every point counts. Anyway, the final score is Pathfinder 7, Peninsula 4. Really low fan points in this one. Best in the game is Kilkenny Prohound for Peninsula Transport with 47. Neither side cracking 50 fan points. And how did Kilkenny get there? 13 pancakes, 4 sacks, and an injury inflicted. For the Pathfinders, Tiffany Hooverbag with 38 fan points, 45 pancakes, and 2 sacks. When it comes to pancakes, nobody beat Tiffany. She led the way for the Pathfinders with 45. Whereas at Peninsula Transport, best they could muster was 13, which is a tie between Rhett Violin and Kilkenny Prohound. Well, doesn't matter. The Pathfinders are going like, we're going all the way. Right, back up to the top end, and you've got your Sports Ball Union taking on the Picks Creek Miners. The Miners look for real, but Sports Ball are a good team. So can the Miners drop a good team, or will they be dropped by a good team on a beautiful day for some brutal ball? Brought to you in association with Diet Coca-Cola. There goes Teddy Split Capper. He's a flipping handful. Yeah, 21 yards gain there. Hump Bogus having a go. His stuff for a loss by Ingrid Matrix. Zelda Augments can't get anywhere either. Split Capper's got it all to do. Throws it to Augments, who has a comfortable first down and smashes through a load of tackles there. 37 yards. Bogus to Split Capper touchdown. Well, the Miners made a statement early, but there goes Daxter Hijack for Sports Ball with 27 yards. And that one's thrown for no purpose. Chirp Scott now. Plenty of pace coming out of that bastard. Gains 16 yards. Frenchman goes nowhere. Volt style. Gives up on throwing. Had gained positive yards. Gave up on that as a notion. Anyway, Sports Ball have stalled out and the Miners are back in. Split Capper with an 11-yard pass. Bogus goes nowhere. Augments. Throws complete for 7. 3rd and 1. Split Capper. And he stopped short. The Frenchman with a late throw gets it to Bird Dog for 9 yards. And there's Daxter again being covered by Argyle Stampede. It's a 33-yard gain. First down goes nowhere. 2nd down. And the Frenchman's on the move. And he's got an 11-yard first down. Farm Vault style now in sight of the goal. Has the goal and it's 1-1. Sports Ball Miners. Okay, Split Capper runs for 6. Hump Bogus gets a first down. Augments doesn't get much. Tudor Quicks there coming up with the tackle for loss. Split Capper throws it for 6. 3rd and 5 and Bogus can't do it. Back to Sports Ball again and there goes Bird Dog, who had basically just beaten up whoever was covering him. It was Bogus. He's been covered by Bogus. Okay. Chirp Scott with a good run. Touchdown Sports Ball 2-1. Split Capper. Split Capper. That's a good evasive running from Teddy Split Capper. 28 yards. You better hope he doesn't get injured. Zelda Augments with the first down. Miners moving the ball again. Capper goes only 1 yard. Bogus this time manages to step up and get a first down. Augments runs for 14. And Split Capper goes 3. Bogus to Capper. Touchdown. 2-2. Right you are. Frenchman to no one. Here's Volt style. And that's Bird Dog with another good catch. Sports Ball getting towards halfway line. Chirp Scott is sacked by Capper. It goes the Frenchman. Didn't work. 3rd and 13. Farmer Volt style. Moving too slowly to get there. Gets 10 yards and it's not a first down. Split Capper throws. Stampede with the catch and it's 11 yards. The Miners trying to take the lead for the second time. They did lead for a little while. And now they're going to try and do it again. But it's 3rd and 4 and Split Capper makes the pass. Here comes Bogus. A 2-yard gain. Augments. Massively overthrown there. 3rd and 7. Split Capper to Bogus. First down. Miners on a bit of a stuttering run, but they are moving up fields as Zelda Augments is stopped for nothing and they face a 3rd and 11 as we hit half time. Split Capper is stopped at the line. There goes Daxter with another convincing catch for 27 yards. Coming up on his 100 in this game. Farmer Volt style runs it for 10. Here's Scott. He's sacked by Craig Franklin. Frenchman gets it to Farmer Volt style, who has the first down, but has to work for it. Farmer Volt style completes to Daxter Hijack. Touchdown. 3-2 Sports Ball. This is going to be a tie. I reckon. It's got tie written all over it. Augments throws it. Stampede with a catch. And that's 13 yards gain. Capper on the move. And he's got the first down as well. Yeah. Hump Bogus? No. Don't go for the middle of the line unless you're Zelda Augments, because you ain't strong enough. Zelda can do it, because Zelda's got the power. Bogus on 1st and 10. Throws a short one to Stampede worth 2 yards. Zelda straight through the middle, straight to the end zone. 3-3. The Frenchman throws an Argyle Stampede has picked it off. Could go all the way. 4-3, Miners back on top. The Frenchman throws it to Scott, who gains 7, and Sports Ball are trailing with 33 plays left in the game. The Frenchman catches one, and that goes 16. Scott uses raw speed to go 6 yards there. Frenchman throws deflected by Augments. 3rd and 3, Volt style. And he stopped for a loss. A Miners touchdown here could really put the wind up Sports Ball Union. And Teddy Split Kappa gets the drive started with a magnificent 40-yard run. Hump Bogus follows up with another 6. Augments takes them down as far as the 6-yard line. Teddy Split Kappa to the end zone. Justine Vanderpoel with the score. A sack comes in from Roy Talley. Farmer Volt style can't get anywhere. 3rd and 10. Chirp Scott completes to Bird Dog, who will keep the drive moving for Sports Ball, but they need some fast play. Daxter makes a 6-yard catch. Volt style throws. Bird Dog's got a catch. He's going to go 30-odd. 33. Here comes Scott again. 20 plays left in the game. Sports Ball trailing by 2. Daxter's getting them a touchdown. 5-4. Turnover now is what you need if you're a sports baller. Bogus, though, with a good run, makes 13. Just some very sensible, evasive running there. Avoiding tackles, picking up meaningful yardage. Split Kappa gets him another 1st down. Bogus has fumbled. Frenchman recovers. And this is where the tie is going to be had. Daxter Hijack gains 20. There's 12 plays left. There goes Chirp Scott. He's got some pace, but he won't get all the way. He's down at about the 12. Scott running. Down at the 1-yard line, 10 plays left. Frenchman is deflected. Volt style is sacked. 3rd and goal. Scott makes it 5-all. Split Kappa goes for 3. There's 6 plays left. The Miners could get there. They've got the players and the pace. Yeah. Why more? Augments goes 15. Split Kappa to Bogus, gets into the other half of the field, but they've only got 3 plays to go the distance now. Bogus gets 7. Augments might get 20. 9. That's not going to do it. Last play of the game, Teddy Split Kappa in hero mode. 11 yards. Well, there you go then. There you go. As predicted, 5-all. Teddy Split Kappa is player of the game with 60 fan points, 116 passing, 150 rushing, 3 touchdowns, 1 sack. Bird Dog for Sports Ball Union, 44 fan points, 118 receiving, 10 pancakes, 18 tackles. 18 tackles for Bird Dog. Nice. Pancakes at Sports Ball. That's not an email address, but it could be. Really? Is that all? Flipping heck, lads, get a line. Tudor Quicks with 11. And then at the Miners, Pamela Mustard with 38 pancakes for the Miners, and it's a tie. And that keeps both teams in the running. The Miners looking good for post-season. Right, well, that takes us back down the bottom end again. We've done the bottom row. There's Game of the Week. There's Game of the Week number 3, possibly 2. Let's start over here. Grazer Ridge taking on the Bongolia Sea Raiders. Both teams with 3 wins so far this season. What's the weather going to be? Foggy. Good luck, Grazer Ridge. Yeah, because that eliminates quite a bit of Josh Rubinho and Nigel Prison. But, I mean, you never know. Maybe. Maybe, just maybe, baby. If you say so. Hugo Blowfish is going to get us underway for the Sea Raiders. He's part dead. He's all goblin. He's got the ball. He's going for a run. Oh, look at this. Some late broken tackles there from Hugo Blowfish, and it's worth 39 yards. Here goes Mikey Heimlich. And he's doing a Mike Heimlich run. And it's 32 yards gained. Paul Crap Whistle. He's done it to him again. And that's a Sea Raider touchdown after 3 plays. Melvin Glitch goes for 2. Dick Miner, also keeping it on the ground, picks up 13. Girded Fang. Good pace but can't break tackles. Gains only 5. Melvin Glitch gets 2 more. It's 3rd and 2. Can Miner do the trick? Nobody can find Nigel Prison streaking down the field, but Nigel's fumbled the ball. And Darkness Albright has recovered it. Hugo Blowfish looking for a pass, gets himself sacked. Don't bother, Hugo. You had a pretty good run last time around. Mike Heimlich with another nice run picks up 22. Paul Crapwhistle now on a new set of downs, gets just 1. Blowfish looking to pass again, is sacked by Melvin Glitch again. Heimlich this time, indecision behind the line cost him, and that's the end of the Sea Raider drive. Grazer Ridge taking back over. Glitch gets a catch and a good run, and there's an injury, and it's Blowfish who's down. Injured by Rubinho. Vera Contagion has subbed in for the Sea Raiders as Girded Fang makes it 1-1. Here goes Contagion, and she doesn't do anything. Here comes Mikey Heimlich, and he only gets 1 yard. Paul Crapwhistle on 3rd and 9 only gets 1 yard. All right. Glitch for the Grazer Ridge gets 10. There goes Fang. A short catch. Short passing. Short passing. It works. Short passing will work in this weather, mostly. Glitch can only gain 2. It's 3rd and 7. Minor could go the one. No, he didn't. All right, Vera goes straight up the middle and gets 2 yards. Mike goes nowhere. Crapwhistle is intercepted by Mikey Ultra. And Rubinho gets a touchdown. Well, what's happened to the Sea Raider blocking? On the first drive, they were blocking like absolute legends. And since then, the blocking has completely fallen apart. Crapwhistle, though, has got a 1st and 10, and he's still going. Soup Dextrix there, completely incapable of making any form of tackle whatsoever. Contagion runs for 8. Heimlich, he's going. It's Mike Heimlich. And it's a 19-yard gain. Crapwhistle on 1st and 10. It's a 4-yarder. Contagion is sacked by Glitch. That's, yeah... There's a Melvin Glitch-shaped hole somewhere, and they keep getting through it. Anyway, it's 2-2 as the Sea Raiders score, but Grazer Ridge have immediately sent it the way of Josh Rubinho, who got 50 yards. Mutant Lip Balm comes up with a tackle for loss, but Girded Fang is making good headway on 2nd and 11 to make a 3rd and 1. But Paul Dagger comes up with a sack, and the Sea Raiders take back over. A short 1-yarder to Heimlich. Heimlich then with the ball goes for a short 1-yarder, and then they throw the ball away. Do you want the ball or not? Come on, people, play the game. I know you're like a bunch of halflings and what have you, but pull it together. Anyway, Dick Miner's fumbled it. Mutant Lip Balm has got it, and the Sea Raiders have another go. Contagion. It's a throw. It's caught by Albright, and that's worth 9 yards. Heimlich gets him the 1st down, and he's got a good running space that he runs around in for 20 yards. Crapwhistle gets stopped immediately. Contagion gets stopped a little after immediately, and Mike Heimlich is stopped before immediately. That's the end of the Sea Raiders drive then. 2-2 at half-time. Glitch, no. Minor, no. Fang. Yes. 15-yard gain there from Girded Fang. Fang's only averaging 6 yards a carry, but has made it count when it needs to count as Paul Dagger forces a fumble, recovers it himself because he can't trust anybody else to do a good job. And the Sea Raiders have another shot at it, but they've got a 3rd and 9 already, and Crapwhistle's thinking about throwing. And then he throws, and Vera Contagion rewards him with a pass. 2nd and goal. Catch was the word you were looking for. Whatever. Crapwhistle on 3rd and goal. Nope. And that's a safety. Melvin Glitch is tackled in the end zone. I thought he was out. I thought he'd made it out of there. He had not, it turns out, made it out. A Grazer Ridge stall on their next possession. And Vera Contagion has suddenly figured how to take steroids. Gets 28 yards. Heimlich is completely smothered at the line. Paul Crapwhistle. He's got some distance. He's got a touchdown. And all of a sudden, the Sea Raiders lead by 2. Glitch goes nowhere, his confidence completely shattered. Dick Miner gets nothing off that one. Fang, no, can't make the 1st down. Vera Contagion throws it to Albright. And I have to say, Darkness Albright, pretty good player, just needs the ball a little bit more often. 2nd and 9, Paul Crapwhistle managing to do just enough evasion to pick up 8. Vera's got 1 yard to go and decides to go all the way to the end zone to make it 5-2. And that might be enough for the Sea Raiders to claim the victory in this one. Glitch gets an 11-yard gain. And they fumbled again. Mutant Lip Balm coming up with the ball, taking it all the way to the house for a scoop and score. Well now. Yeah, no, this was... I was going to say something along the lines of, well, this is going to be a draw then, isn't it? But it's not. No, the Sea Raiders have got this one. I mean, it's not too late for the whole thing to fall apart and explode. Glitch with a nice run there. I mean, all right, there's Nigel Prison to make it 6-3. But even if you go 3 and out repeatedly, that still leaves you only about 5 or 6 plays to pull 3 scores back. And the Sea Raider play it methodically. Sure, it leads to some 3 and outs, but at the same time, it works quite often. Glitch runs for 16. Dick Miner throws to Rubinho, who's down at the 20. 13 plays left. Grazer Ridge with the ball. Girded Fang gets 5. Glitch, Prison, touchdown. 6-4 now. 11 plays left. Contagion gets 9. Heimlich can't get the first down. Crap Whistle can't get the first down. 8 plays left. 2 points in it. Melvin Glitch can't hang around. Throw it to Nige. 6 plays left. Fang, 1 yard gained. 5 plays. Glitch gets it to Rubinho, who scores. 6-5 now. Contagion, bad throw, but Mutant Lip Balm managed to get underneath it, and that will probably do it, because that's a lot of yards to go. Mike Heimlich finds a good run somewhere. And there's the interception. It's Girded Fang who's going to chew up some yardage. Hold on. All right, 1 play to go. Throw it to Nige. They've got it to Rubinho, who could go. He does not go. What a fantastic end to the game. Fantastic. Disappointment there for Grazer Ridge. But that's the most exciting game we've had so far. Bongolia 6, Grazer Ridge 5. Paul Dagger just about edges out Player of the Week with 76 fan points, 43 pancakes, 1 touchdown, 2 sacks. Melvin Glitch 4, Grazer Ridge 75 fan points. 200 yards in total, 131 of them coming from passing, actually 260 yards in total. 70 yards, whatever. 3 touchdowns, 15 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 3 sacks. Pancakes, Grazer Ridge. And it's not what? It's not Nigel Prison. It was almost Nigel Prison. Soup Dextric with 24. Whereas at Bongolia, it is Paul Dagger with 43. Good game. Good game. Good game. Right. To the top side. What do we like? What do we like next? Let's go Minstrels Axemen. Okay. Wretched Minstrels, they've been looking like they could come back this season. Against the Axemen, I don't fancy their chances, but the Axemen, as Joe will tell you, the Axemen are an illusion. Incidentally, while I mentioned Joe, Brutalball 2 is now available to wishlist on Steam. Even if you don't want it, if you have Steam, go wishlist it, because it gives the game a little bit more visibility. And if the game gets a bit more visibility, maybe a few more people come and watch this stream. Maybe Joe makes a few more sales. Obviously, I care about one of those. Joe cares about the other one. There you go. That's all. Let's go. All right. Who do we want to win? Minstrels. No. Yeah. Let's go Minstrels. Come on, Minstrels. All right, anyway, Axemen have got the ball, and Gibby Lovehouse has picked up a 3-yarder. Abby Chopstick straight through the middle gets the first down. Pritchard Serenity had a training session last week, so it's even more lethal than usual, but that one's deflected by Norman Speedboat. Chopstick can't go anywhere. Minstrels with the ball. Throw a little one to Vectrix, but it doesn't really do much. But there goes Dremon Windsock. Rookie sensation. Dremon Windsock there with a first down. Vectrix now catches that one, and it's a 24-yard gain. That one was optimistic and didn't go anywhere. Windsock on 2nd and 10. 6 yards there. Tiggy Teapot flings it. Vectrix with the catch and the touchdown. 1-0 Minstrels. Pritchard Serenity. He had a training session last week. I'm sure that's turned him into some cut. He was already good. It was already close to good. Yeah, all right. No, actually, no, I'll stand by my first assessment. It was already good. So maybe he's going to be... Hold on, flipping Shandy Worthless is playing. Oh, yeah. Karina Very comes up with a sack to make it 2nd and 12. Axman's still charging at the moment. A 4-yard gain there. Andre Dreadsaw out to Chopstick. Comes up short and the Minstrels stop them again. And they've thrown it to Gillian Void Monkey, who's got pace over Gibby Love Handles and is brought down after 51 yards. Windsock picks up 3. Teapot is sacked by Emmanuel Weathercone. Here comes Kermit Clinton. And it's dropped by Void Monkey to end the drive. And Void Monkey had no one anywhere near them. Shandy Worthless with a catch, and Vectrix has been injured. Graham Tanky has subbed in. Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting... Tanky can be pretty impressive receiving the ball when he catches it, as Serenity makes a 34-yard touchdown to make it 1-1. Dreadsaw with a deflection. Windsock runs nowhere. 3rd and 9. Teapot tries a scramble and somehow gets a first down. Clinton throws Love Handles with a deflection. Windsock running the ball, gets only 2. Teapot on 3rd and 7 completes a short one to Tanky, and the Axemen take over. Serenity stopped short. Dreadsaw gains 7. Chopstick, first down. This is a good scrap between these two teams at the moment, both of whom are capable of breaking for some big old yards. Here comes Dreadsaw, and that's an 8-yard gain. Here comes Chopstick, stopped behind the line by Void Monkey, and Pritchus chucks a little short one to Abby Chopstick for a touchdown to make it 2-1 Axemen. Not sure where that ball was going, but it wasn't to a receiver. And it's 3rd and 5 for the Minstrels, complete to Graham Tanky for 15 yards. Clinton. Hold on, dope histamine has been killed. Flint Savant has killed off dope histamine. Who? We don't know. I mean, some kind of, unnotable flipping team name player person there. The Axemen just got an interception. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. They are down. They're down alignment. Evan Carchaser has subbed in for them. That was another young guy. No youth team for Joe. Worthless gets a catch and a first down. It's 32 yards. Chopstick goes nowhere. Serenity throws, and it's another short one. Is Serenity just not throwing the deep ball? Just keeping it basic. Void Monkey with the deflection. It's 2nd and 10. Serenity keeps it on the ground and gains 7. It's 3rd and 5. Dreadsaw deflected by Kermit Clinton. Good stop by the Minstrels. First down as Clinton completes for 14 yards. Windsock picks up 4 running it. Tiggy Teapot. No. Clinton. Yes. 5 yards and the drive is still going. 32 plays left in the game. Kermit Clinton throws a negligible pass there. Andre Dreadsaw, though, as the Axemen take back over, catches the ball, fumbles the ball. Righto? Yeah. Minstrels get another go. They get a lifeline. They get a phone a friend. Drummond Windsock runs for 5. And I'll tell you what, Windsock's average in this game has been pretty bad. Graham Tanky gets him a first down. Clinton, just 2 yards. Windsock intercepted by Gibby Love Handles. And the Axemen breathe a sigh of relief there as they maintain their 1-point lead by another completion of Shandy Worthless for 39 yards. Dreadsaw. That's another 7-yard completion. Chopstick throws to nobody. 3rd and 2. Serenity. And it's Worthless with the catch again. Good enough for a first down. Dreadsaw. No. Chopstick. No. Serenity. No. All right then, back to the Minstrels. And it's Tanky who gets them a first down immediately. 16 plays left in the game. Minstrels currently trailing by 1. And this really has been a rough and tumble game for both these teams, neither of whom have really found a way to break through the opposing defence. 3rd and 12. Kermit Clinton is sacked by Evan Carchaser. And so we're back to the Axemen again, who just need to run the clock out with 9 plays left. And they're doing all the right moves to make that happen. Shandy Worthless, a good catch for 23. Pritchard's Serenity to Shandy, touchdown. And that will be an Axemen victory, as there are only 6 plays left in the game and the Minstrels have not seen the promised land in a half of this one. There goes Gillian Void Monkey. There you go, they've seen the other side of the field. Gillian Void Monkey getting 42 yards. Dremon Windsock heard the criticism, still only ran 8 yards. Touchdown Void Monkey, final score, Axemen 3, Minstrels 2. A good fight by the Minstrels, but ultimately not good enough. Gillian Void Monkey, 51 fan points, gets player of the game. 137 receiving yards, 13 pancakes. When you've got a gunner getting pancakes, you know there's a gnome out there somewhere. 1 touchdown. Yeah, it won't be a gnome. Joe doesn't employ gnomes. 1 touchdown, 1 tackle for loss, 1 deflection. For the Axemen, Andre Dreadzor, 44 fan points, 187 receiving. 1 touchdown, 1 tackle for loss, 1 deflection. Pancakes at the Axemen. Trez Cosmic with 15. Not a big number. And then over at the Minstrels, Norman Speedboat with 38. Okay. Joe slung a 20 in the bucket for Dope Histamine's funeral expenses. All right, okay. And other words similar to that. Where should we go next? Let's go Medics Miggins. The Bumson Medics are looking for their first win of the season. They're not going to find it here. Port Miggins are a team waiting to break out. What are they trying to break out from? Well, I don't know, but we'll see it here. It's a blessed game, so this one could be well exciting. Freddie Twobeard's going to get us underway, and in case you've not seen it before, the Port Miggins offensive line is the best in the league. Yeah. Freddie Twobeard running on first down gain 6. Unimpressive. Emmental. Big throw downfield, and it's Quebec with the catch for a 36-yard gain. Arnie Hamburger gains just 1 through the middle. Twobeard on 2nd and 8. Has the first down and is still rolling. Got 21 yards. Emmental is also running the ball. Touchdown. 1-0 Miggins. Dragon Turgidov, it didn't get anywhere, and neither did it. Never mind, that's the end of the drive. Back over to the Pirates again. Emmental still staying on his feet, gained 7. Hamburger on 3rd and 2. With a throw, gets it to Quebec, who's down at the opposing 5. Twobeard, end zone, deflected by Tipsy Jack. Elmit, Quebec, touchdown. Okay, Scooter Boim there, drops the ball. Tipsy Jack throws, Egon Sanction, good catch, gains 26 yards. Tone Penta with the run, and Bumson are moving it. Dragon throws it, and it's another first down for 10 yards. Jack with the throw is deflected by Emmental. Tone Penta stays on the ground, gets a first down, his legs getting the work done. Turgidov is intercepted by Arnie Hamburger. Nothing on first down there. Emmental throws. Calypso Shifter's got this one, and that's some speed. 46-yard gain. Arnie Hamburger looking to pass again. Throws a short one to Emmental, and it's another first. 14 gained. Freddie Twobeard goes the hard way, gets 2 yards. Emmental goes the hard way, avoids the tacklers, gets a touchdown. 3 touchdowns for Emmental helmets. Will make Emmental helmets somewhat tricky to tackle on a blessed field. We're back to the Pirates again. That 2 lines there of colour commentary was enough for Anne Quebec scored. Okay. Yeah. Bumson still waiting for it all to come together. Get a 31-yard first down there. It's almost like this could work. But at the moment, Port Miggins are taking advantage of the opportunities presented to them, whereas it's not quite coming together for the Medics. 3rd and 10. Tipsy Jack sacked by Mikey Power Tools. And Freddie Two Beards runs straight up the middle again for another 8 yards. Emmental now with good sideways hustle has picked up 27. Arnie Hamburger throwing it again. We see, I recommended they play Arnie Hamburger, and I'll be honest with you, hadn't expected him to throw the ball. Good run from Emmental. It's worth 21. Hamburger again. And he's thrown it again. Well, again, not kind of what I planned there. Quebec, touchdown. All right, 5-0 Pirates. Freddie Two Beard with a deflection. Egon Sanction is putting up some numbers today. That's another good catch. But rarely are they getting into the opposing half of the field for more than a moment or two before it all falls apart. 3rd and 8. That's where it falls apart. Right, back over to the Pirates. Two Beard running. Picks up 3. Emmental on 2nd and 6. Throws a short one to Two Beard to make a 3rd and 1. Half-time rolls around and Port Miggins leave it 5-0 at the moment. Hamburger, a late throw, but gets it to Calypso, and that's worth 24 yards. Freddie Two Beard muscling through the middle. Good lead blocking there, and he's got a million miles of space around him. And that's a 45-yard rushing touchdown for Freddie Two Beard. 2nd and 9, tipsy jack deflected by Emmental. 3rd and 9, Turgidov's got the catch, but it's only worth 8 yards, and the Pirates are back on. A 20-yard completion. Emmental now running the ball, and obviously Emmental scored a few times, and that one's worth 21. Arnie Hamburger runs. Nice moves. A touchdown. 7-0 Pirates. Tipsy Jack has fumbled it. Mikey Power Tools there recovering. Two Beard throws a short one to Hamburger. Touchdown. Well now, yeah. Okay, Tone Penter is deflected on 3rd down, and the Pirates have got the ball back. They've thrown that one out to Calypso Shifter, and that's worth 14 yards. Emmental Helmet now running the ball. Picks up 2. Arnie Hamburger, another 2 on the ground. Freddie Two Beard has the 1st down for the Pirates, and the end zone is just out at, never mind, Quebec, touchdown. Do you want to speed this one up? Yeah, I think I might do. It's currently 9-0, and there are no signs of it going another direction. Emmental on a 2nd and 7 completes for 6 yards. Arnie Hamburger with 3 for the 1st down. There goes Calypso getting them inside the 10. Inside the 5, Arnie Hamburger, touchdown. 10-0 is the score. Scooter Bois makes an appearance and catches a 31-yarder. And Two Beards picked it off. And that was probably 35. Calypso Shifter, touchdown. 18 plays left in the game. I don't think we're going to get the record. But I don't think we're not going to get the record. Scooter drops the ball. Two Beard runs for a short one. Emmental to Arnie Hamburger. Touchdown. Well, this is unpleasant. Scooter caught one. Oh, that was good. Yeah. He's caught another one, and that was worth 14 yards. Turgidov sacked by Four-Fingered Owls. And there's another sack from Mikey Power Tools, and that one's thrown away. 6 plays left. Quebec Spire with a good catch, worth 18. And it's intercepted. Scooter can't catch it when it's thrown to him, but he can catch it when defending. Can Bumson score and avoid the shutout? Yes, they can. Final score, Port Miggins 12, Bumson 1. Player of the game, Freddie Two Beard, 94 fan points, 108 passing, 108 rushing, 16 pancakes, 3 touchdowns, 2 deflections, 1 interception. For the medics, Scooter Bois, 35 fan points, close, but it's less than the worst player on the Pirates. With 117 receiving, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Pancakes at the medics. 42 for Chaz Contraband, solid performance. Not quite as good, though, as the 70 by Four-Fingered Owls, the 68, by Kofi Molotov, or the 80 by Mikey Power Tools. Holy mackerel. I'm not kidding. Poor Miggins. They need like a screwdriver turn and everybody's terrified of them. Based on that scoreline, you kind of go, all right. Yeah. Okay. Right. Back up to the top end. And Egislum are taking on the Beekeepers. Mercifully for the Beekeepers, they are at home, so they haven't got to play on the cursed Egislum field. In fact, this is a blessed field. So you really don't want Hank Massive scoring a touchdown then, because you'll never see him again. Hank's got the first play of the game, and it is a first down, and he's injured on the first play of the game by Bobbert Weasel. Now, I'm not saying I jinxed him, but it certainly looks that way. Anyway, Ethan Hogwash is picking up the slack there, gains 31 yards. Julian West, who's come on, gets a couple. Oti throws one away. Hogwash, bad throw, and that's the end of the Beekeeper drive. Daphne Teflon is deflected. I'm pretty sure Daphne Teflon's supposed to run it. She didn't know. She tried to throw it. It didn't work. Anyway, Julian West has been injured as well by Gus the Hitman Resume. Ted Shirley has subbed in for the Beekeepers. As Egislum prove, we don't need a cursed field. Teflon runs for 41 yards there. I think that's what the plan was originally. Hold on, Kathy Glowpad has been injured by Tarquin Bangfish. Romeo Titsuck is now on the field as another Beekeeper falls over. Teflon runs for 6. Balotwink has got the touchdown. Egislum take the lead. Ted Shirley throws one to nowhere. Oti completes a pass for 8 yards. Ethan Hogwash, first down. Ted Shirley is on the go. And that's a 19-yard gain. O.T. Freemason completes, and that's a first down. Ethan Hogwash is running, and that's a first down. Here comes Shirley again. And that's not quite a first down, but it wasn't far off. Freemason, Henchucker, touchdown. 1-1 is the score, unless you're counting injuries. Joe Champoon there, coming up with a sack. Gup, having a run. Gets 10 yards, but it's not enough for the first as the Beekeepers take over and Ted Shirley picks up 11. Freemason over the head there of Ezra Custard. That would have been a nice play, but it wasn't. Hogwash, though, runs for the first down, breaks another tackle and gets down to the opposing 10. Shirley on first down, touchdown, Ted Shirley. 2-1 Beekeepers, who have rebounded from the early casualty list that they accumulated. Christy Balotwink running there for Egislum gains 4. Gup is a 5-yard gain. Daphne Teflon is stopped short by the Beekeepers. And Ted Shirley's on the move again. He gains 9. There's Henchucker. Well, a bit of a dithering catch, but it's enough for a first down. Hogwash. Good running, 13 yards. Shirley. Dithering around again, gets 6. There goes Ezra Custard, touchdown. 3-1 Beekeepers. Daphne Teflon, and that's a 21-yard gain. Balotwink is going to pick up a few here. That's worth 18. Gup now on first and 10. Throws the ball. Balotwink's got the catch. Will it be tricky to land? Down at the 5-yard line, Daphne Teflon, touchdown. There goes Teddy Shirley again. It's another good run for Shirley. Got 23 yards there. Freemason completes to Custard for the first down. Hogwash. Well, I'll tell you something. Egislum might be really violent, but they can't tackle worth a damn. As Shirley goes for 3 yards. Freemason completes to Shirley. Touchdown. All right, Daft Teflon. Well, she's had a score now. And she's very fast. And that was 64 yards on a running play. Yeah. Don't let Daft Teflon get in the end zone again, or you will be sad. 4-2 is the score as we hit half-time. Daff is running. Daff has another score. I said not to do that. Ted Shirley is moving, and he's got 9 yards on that play. Freemason throws a short one, but it's behind the line. Hogwash, though, picks up the first down for the Beekeepers to keep them moving. Shirley going again, gains 4. 10 carries for 100 in this game. There's a sack. It's 3rd and 7. Hogwash, not this time you don't. Or does he? Manages to pull himself together and gets a 13-yard gain to keep the Beekeepers driving. O.T. Freemason, a wide-open Ezra Custard, touchdown. Wait, though. Touchdown. Gus the Hitman resume has been taken out by Joe Shampoon, but that's brought on Jamie Boyes, who is violent. I mean, he plays for Edgerton. Of course he's violent. They're all flipping violent. This is a fact. Teflon with another good run. A very good run. 33 yards. 11 carries for 209 in this game. Just shy of 20 yards a carry. Not anymore, though. No, stopped directly at the line and the Beekeepers take back over. 34 plays left in the game. Beekeepers up 5-3 as Shirley runs for 36. Freemason throws to Shirley, who, having been denied a starting role for a very long time, is going, all right, fine. No, Jamie Boyes has been injured by Joe Shampoon. Joe the Reckoning Shampoon. And Troy Greco-Roman has subbed in as Ethan Hogwash gets the Beekeepers down to the 2. Freemason on 2nd and goal. To Henchucker for the touchdown. 6-3. Beekeepers on top. It looks bad news for the Beekeepers early on. And somehow they have come back from those injuries and rebounded to have a good lead going into the final plays of the game. Balotwing can do nothing. Gup Gup is deflected and the Beekeepers have the ball again. And there goes Teddy Shirley. The bench warmer gains 9. Ezra Custard gets the first down. Ethan Hogwash is stopped behind the line. Shirley has some mileage to make up, so makes up some mileage. And then, because he can claim it back, makes up a bit more mileage as well. We've all been there. Ethan Hogwash can't do anything. 3rd and 1. Ted Shirley, first down. O.T. Freemason on 1st and 10. Ezra Custard, touchdown. 7-3, 12 plays to go, and the Beekeepers will win this one. Christy Balotwink runs for 4. Gup Gup doesn't, and Teflon will flipping vanish past the event horizon. 51 yards. 16 carries for 283 yards for Daphne Teflon. That's a few. Yeah. But only when she gets a lead block, because she's not breaking any. No. 2nd and 11, Freemason to Custard again. And Ezra Custard with a nice gain of 50. Yeah, all right, Jeff. No, I'm just going to wait for this game to finish in case someone dies. Rolf Henchucker gets the catch, breaks a few tackles, makes it 8-3 on the last play of the game, and Daff has coughed the ball up. Henchucker has recovered. I'm going to go feed the cat. Henchucker, scoop and score. Final score, Beekeepers 9, Edgeslum 3. I'll be right back. Yes. Yeah, all right, yeah. Right, yeah. So, player of the game, Joe the Reckoning Shampoon with 76 fan points, 74 pancakes, 2 injuries inflicted, and a sack. 74 pancakes from Joe Shampoon? Really? Crikey. At Edge's Slum, it is Tarquin Bangfish, 46 pancakes, 42 fan points, 1 injury inflicted. For pancakes overall, It is Bangfish with 46. Okay, at the Beekeepers, Shampoo did 74, but Manfred Textures did another 70 as well. Romeo Titsuk came off the bench and did 40. What was going on in the line at Edgeislam? Anyway, good win there for the Beekeepers that keeps them tenuously going, the playoffs are just there. So there's that. That's another little pantomime of what was going on. Right, we've only got Shady Palms Toy Masters. Could be interesting. Top row's done. Yeah, second row, just the Toy Masters to go. Okay. Second row here, Game of the Week and Supplemental Game of the Week. Well, let's do Supplemental Game of the Week. Cheerio Incorporated up against Lingo Blend All-Stars. One of these teams has to win, unless it's a tie. Okay, Lingo Blend still looking for their first win this season. We have 3 teams looking for their first win. Hold on, we've got 4 teams looking for... No, it's only 3. 3 teams looking for their first win this season, which is unheard of at this state of the year. Anyway, Lingo Blend first up. Preston Dusk runs for 5. Charity Milk Flimsy with an attempted pass goes nowhere. Crash Zodiac completes to Hack Murphy. And he gains 37 yards. Preston Dusk deflected by Indecent Gary. Milk Flimsy with the run. Just short of the first down. Zodiac... first down. Dusk, with the pass, completes to Hack Murphy, which is worth 14 yards. They're inside the 10. Oktoberfest comes up with a sack. They're outside the 10. Preston Dusk throws Murphy with the catch and the touchdown. 1-0 Lingo Blend. Raj Firewall makes a catch for Cheerio and has a first down. 15 yards gain. Tommy Keys keeps it low down. Everyone falls over and Keys has an easy running opportunity to go for 17. Hurry up Sharpo there with a deflection. Alan Twerp up the middle. The team captain showing him how it's done with a 15-yard gain. Firewall breaks through a couple of tackles and gains 10. Rosemary busted. Completes to Sanguine Pangs for the touchdown. Cheerio bring it back 1-1. Hack Murphy gets another catch and that's worth 27. Milk Flimsy flings it out there. I'm not sure there was a player present. Zodiac throws to Sharpo, who gains 35 yards. Preston Dusk running for 6. Milk Flimsy throws. Murphy's got the catch, but it's only worth 1. 3rd and 2. Zodiac end zone deflected by Tommy Keys, and Cheerio get the ball back. Sanguine Pangs goes 6 yards on the catch there. Keys runs it for 3 more. It's 3rd and short. Rosie busted? No. And the drive is busted. Dusk goes 2 yards. Milk Flimsy on 2nd and 7. Deflected by Keys. Zodiac. Deflected by Keys. Stop throwing it towards Keys. Raj Firewall makes another catch, and that's worth 15 as well. Raj Firewall has been tried out by a couple of teams. Pretty sure it's a couple of teams in an offensive yard-gaining position a few times. And without exception, it's like, yeah, he sort of works, but he doesn't do very much. Everyone was thinking for a little while there that it was like the second coming of Capsicum Disco, and it's just not true. It's no facts. Lingo Blend currently have the ball, but a 3rd and 6 awaits them. Zodiac gives up on the pass and scrambles, and it's worth 18 yards. Do that more often. Dusk throws, deflected by Twerp. Milk Flimsy, deflected by Busted. Zodiac, sacked by Pangs. We've all been sacked by Pangs. Pangs now with a catch for Cheerio as they take possession back again. Here comes Keys. Nothing there. Busted. Breaking through a few tackles there, refusing to go down, gains 12 yards. Alan Twerp completes. Sanguine Pangs with a good catch inside the opposing 10 to about the 6-yard line. Keys looks towards the end zone, but there's nobody there. It's like the rest of the team can't be bothered. Pangs can and is down at the inch line. And it's a touchdown for Raj Firewall to make it 2-1 Cheerio as Preston Dusk makes a 22-yard run to get the Lingo Blend drive underway as we hit half-time. Zodiac, deflected by Keys. Dusk on 3rd and 6, deflected by Oktoberfest. Everybody defects the ball day. Have you not got any passers? Surely one... Crash Zodiac was a passer when he had easy, speedy targets, as Raj Firewall gets blocks from about 3 other members of the team as he casually walks down the sideline to pick up 38 yards. Alan Twerp first down, and Cheerio looked to score again. Keys can't get very far. Busted to Firewall for another touchdown. 3-1 Cheerio. Milk Flimsy throws. Sharpo's got to catch, outpaces Keys and gets 39 yards. Zodiac runs for 1 yard. Interesting. Yeah, no, Lingo Blend have got 2 really good receivers and just don't throw them the ball. Alan Twerp is injured by Juan HVAC. Otto Centrifuge is subbed in for Cheerio. I mean, we've seen him play, but I can't remember if he's any good at all. There's an interception. Well, whether he's good at playing, he just made an interception. It's his 3rd of his career. Otto Centrifuge is human. How rare. Keys is sacked by Sharpo. Here comes Rosemary Busted on 3rd and 11. There's an injury. Hack Murphy's been taken down by Rosemary Busted. Larissa Flipping Tornado's been on the bench. She just caught a 10-yarder. Came off the bench, catches for 10 yards. It's Larissa Tornado, people. I know. Larissa Flipping Nightmare Tornado. Yeah, Preston Dusk runs for 14. There is Larissa. Now, Larissa's never going to light you up with massive yards, but what she lacks in that kind of pace makes up for with a surefire pair of hands and an absolutely hellish capability at deflecting and intercepting passes. 3rd and goal, Zodiac to the end zone, intercepted by Keys, and crash. You bought a lemon, Zodiac. Chucks it away, but then on the return, it was fumbled. And Lingo Blend get another go. And it's Sharpo with the touchdown to make it 3-2 with 18 plays left in the game. Blown coverage there from Dusk allows Firewall to go 37 yards. Keys somehow stays on his feet. Busted out to Firewall, who steps out of bounds after 18 yards. Centrifuge. That's a 5-yard gain. Tommy Keys can't go anywhere. 3rd and 5. Busted. No. Good stop by Lingo Blend, but they need big yardage and they need it now, and they throw it to Larissa, and she's got them a 23-yard first down. Milk Flimsy gets it to Tornado again, another 13 yards. Zodiac is deflected. Dusk, 9 plays left, and fumbles the ball. Oh, Preston. Yeah. Training is a perfectly acceptable reason to leave good players on the bench when you know it's not your year. As Sanguine Pangs puts this one beyond reach, makes it 4-2. Yeah, Lingo Blend have some proper talent in the receiving core if they can just get a bit more protection for their passers. There goes Sharpo again. With another good catch. Anyway, the final score, Cheerio 4, Lingo Blend 2. Player of the game, Tommy Keys, just about broke 100 offensive yards across all 3 disciplines, and then 7 pass deflections and an interception. For Lingo Blend, hurry up Sharpo with 36 fan points, 129 receiving, 1 touchdown, 1 sack, 1 deflection. Pancakes at Lingo Blend. Stephen Truck stop with 31, while at Cheerio, Oktoberfest did 36, and that's good enough to be best on team. Okay, yeah. All right, that leaves us just 2 games left to go. Toy Masters are taking on Shady Palms. The Toy Masters have fallen from grace this season, but they are still a team with plenty of talent. Shady Palms, meanwhile, have much to prove, and the team that is quite likely to prove it. Maybe. Let's see. It's a beautiful day for some Brutal Ball. Toy Masters at home. Glenda Bastard will get us underway in mere moments. Claw Scratchboard leading the line, gets a good block immediately, and that's a 4-yard gain. Benny Sausages throws one flat and it goes nowhere. Johanna U-turn though, throws it directly to Clarence Budgie. And Budgie takes it back all the way to the 3. Ferdy Equatorial Mount chucks it away. Jovial, touchdown, obviously. Okay, here comes Glenda. And that's a comfortable first down there for the Toy Masters. Glenda still going, proving to be very difficult. Klep Bossman is dead. Holy cow! Where did that come from? Well, yeah, star player this week, Klep Bossman, is dead. Well, crumbs. That's massive. Clarence Budgie's been injured by Kit Kats as the Toy Masters go on some kind of revenge spree. Crikey. Interestingly, because I was looking at him as a star player this week, Bossman's not actually played very much. No. But he's been very impactful when he has played. Anyway, 30 Equatorial Mount, touchdown. Shady Palms up 2-0. Benny Sausages now for the Toy Masters. Sahara Dawn, good catch, breaks a tackle, gains 16. Johanna U-turn, throws a short one. Here's Glenda again. Run the ball, Glenda. All right, she did, and she was immediately tackled by Julio Lobster. Yeah. All right, Ferdy. Ferdy with an 8-yard run. Jovial gains 3. Anne-Marie Tidal Paul on a 1st and 10 with a first down. Ferdy Equatorial Mount picks up another 4. Shady Palm so far keeping it mostly low down as Jovial Impairment runs for another 17. And Miguel Jupe to the end zone to make it 3-0 Shady Palms. And Miguel Jupe gets injured by Sahara Dawn. Spack Freely is subbed in for the Palms. Johanna U-turn, a 3-yard run. Glenda is stopped behind the line for a loss. Sausages on 2nd and 10 to Sahara Dawn. There's another injury. This is not a cursed field. Anne-Marie Tidal Paul has been taken out by Sahara Dawn, bringing in running joke Xenia Convincer, who somehow still has a contract. How? How does Xenia Convincer still have a flipping contract? Jovial's made an interception. Wolfgang, for once, I am not going to disagree with you. Your season is over. Jovial runs for 10 yards for a first down. Xenia throws the ball. Julio Lobster with a catch. Sahara Dawn has been injured by Julio Lobster. Kenny Respect is now subbed in as well. Convincer runs up the middle. Manages to break through a tackle or two, gains 5 yards, but it's not enough for the first down. The Toy Masters take over. But at this point, both teams are very much playing what we got left. I don't know. Who wants to play? Anyone else want to go? Half-time rolls around, Palms up by 3. Glenda runs it for 4 yards. Sausages. Sacked by Lobster is Johanna U-turn, throws a short one, it's not enough, and the Palms take over. Equatorial Mount completes to Spack Freely for a 16-yard first down. Jovial with the run. Just staying ahead of Kit Kats there temporarily, picks up 25 yards. That one's a deflection. Sausages making the play count. Ferdy throws. Lobster with another gain. Jovial, touchdown. Okay. Turnover. Spack Freely's recovered it. Shady Palms are going to have another go. Jovial breaks a tackle and has got a good angle towards the end zone, so uses it, and it's now 5-0. Okay, Glenda goes 2. Sausage. Benny Sausage with the first down. Johanna U-turn. Throws it wide, but it doesn't go anywhere. Glenda runs nowhere. 3rd and 11. Benny Sausage is sacked by Jovial. And Shady Palms are back in again. Jovial with a catch. And it's a 19-yard gain. Jovial Impairment running the ball. Gains 4 is Xenia. Picks up another 2. 3rd and 3. Ferdy. Bad throw from Ferdy. And the Toy Masters get the ball back again. But there are just 29 plays left in this one. And we will ease up the tempo because you don't know who's going to die next. Jovial Impairment. Gains 6 is Xenia Convincer. Doesn't gain anything at all. Ferdy completes to Julio for 5 yards. Why even bother throwing it? If you're not going to put some mustard on it, why even chuck the thing at all? Johanna U-turn, 3rd and 10. No. Okay. Ferdy to Julio Lobster. It's worth 9 yards. yards. Jovial gets them the first down and continues running. And Mindy Sleep-A-Lot has been injured by jovial impairment, bringing in lowbrow Charlotte for the Toymasters. 3rd and 5. They get a first down. That's good to see. Glenda Basta with another good run. We haven't seen a second good run from Glenda. She had that absolute banger early on and has yet to follow it up, and now has 18 carries for 75 yards, which is miserable. Ferdy is deflected by Kenny. Respect Jovial goes another 5. Xenia goes another 2. Glenda goes for 2. Benny is sacked. Johanna on 3rd and 10. It gets 4 back to the Palms, and it's a sack on the final play of the game. Well, that one got a bit ugly. Final score, Shady Palms 6, Toymasters 0. Jovial impairment, unsurprisingly, player of the game. 200 yards in total, 182 rushing yards. 3 touchdowns, 1 tackle for loss, 1 sack, 1 interception, 1 injury inflicted. For the Toymasters, Sahara Dawn, 37 fan points. Not particularly any yards, no touchdowns, 1 deflection, 2 injuries inflicted. Pancakes for the Toymasters, Claw Scratchboard with 53. And then over at Shady Palms, Slim Armageddon with 21. Crumbs. Well, ouch. Well, ouch indeed. And that just leaves us our final game this week. Game of the week. Budget Roadies are taking on Sweaty Marsupials. So who's going to do it? The Marsupials are going to do it, obviously. Oh, there's still a fun bus to play. We'll round off with a fun game for the fun bus, and that'll probably... Yeah, sorry, thanks, Mike, I missed it. Doesn't matter. We'll play this one first, because there is no back button, only Zool. I have to go back to the main menu and then come back in again. Sorry, Joe, don't need a back button. It's fine. Really? You got strong ways? Yeah. Strong ways, and then Grim Pricks. DeCaro can surprise you. Dirty Woods is having a season. Yeah. Versus Hog Mexico. I want Hog Mexico. Carl Svazdan. Yeah. And then you've got Ruthie Spasms in the line. Rachie Scrabrus. Yeah. Anyway, beautiful day for some Brutalball. Let's see what they can do with it. This could be a close one. Svazdan for the Marsupials will get us underway. He's good. Yes. And he's going. Yes. Okay, 28 yards for Carl Svazdan. Here comes Hog Mexico. And that's a 5-yard gain. Conquest with a throw. Deflected by Woods. Svazdan on 3rd and 5. First down. 15 yards gained. Mexico decides to go straight ahead. And that's another big gain there. Into the gnome sector of the defence. And that was an easy touchdown. 1-0. DeCaro can't make the completion to Waze. Nucky Mud Whistle doesn't go anywhere at all. And we're back to the Marsupials again. Svazdan. Yeah. You need your A-game tacklers to take on Svazdan. Mexico breaking tackles is down inside the 5. Conquest stopped at the line. Svazdan 2nd and goal, touchdown. All right. Woods goes 2. Here's DeCaro. That's another 6. Mud Whistle. Good throw. Gets out to Strong Ways, who breaks the initial contact from Hype Conquest, and that's a 34-yard gain. Woods, no. DeCaro, a good throw. Fenchurch stochastic, good catch, 24 yards. They've got to keep it in the air. This ground game is not going to work for them. Woods, Ways, touchdown. Budget, pull one back. All right. Well, if you can't stop Carl Svazdan, you have to kill Carl Svazdan. Mexico doesn't go very far, though. It leaves a 3rd and 6. And they stop Carl Svazdan and Budget are back on. They get it to Waze immediately for 15 yards. DeCaro, Waze again. He's going to get down past the 25. Hype Conquest has been taken out by Grim Pricks. Brav Captures is now in. We haven't seen enough of captures for me to know if that's good or not. Woods manages to stay on his feet long enough to get a first down. DeCaro works hard but can only get 1 yard. Mud Whistle, Waze, touchdown, 2-all. All right then. Yeah. Svazdan on the move again. 14 yards. Mexico. gets 9. Here comes Captures. Had space to run into and did enough to get the first down. Svazdan on the go again. Seriously, you've got to break him. You've got to break parts of him, or he's going to do this to you a lot. Mexico, touchdown, 3-2. Woods throws, Stochastic with the catch, 20-yard first down for the Roadies. DeCaro, solid run but short, only 2 yards. Mud Whistle less than that. Woods with the throw, caught by Waze. And it's a 25-yard gain. DeCaro is sacked by Blaze Peterbilt, but Waze gets the catch again, and it's a touchdown, 3-all. It's a beefy game, kids. Mexico with the catch off the pass from Svazdan, has the first down and change, 25 yards. Mexico now runs the ball himself, and that's 15 more yards, averaging over 10 a carry, which is what you really want. Svazdan, no gang tackle available here, is just breaking through, gets another 31. 9 carries for 185 yards. Oh dear, yeah, no, that's really unpleasant. Anyway, the Marsupials have scored again. Mud Whistle makes a decent carry, gets 11. It's now 2nd and 11, DeCaro on the ball. He can only get 1. Throw the ball, John. Nucky Mud Whistle on 3rd and 9. And that was throw to nowhere. Marsupials back on. Carl Svazdan moving. 28 yards. Here comes Mexico, picks up 2. Captures. Bad throw, deflected. Is Svazdan? He's going to get the first down. Unless you're surrounding him with 4 players, he's going to get past you. And even then, he might get past you. Brav captures to the end zone for the touchdown to make it 5-3. Woods to Stochastic for 6. Here's DeCaro. Completes a short one to Waze, but they've still got half a foot to go, and they don't quite get there. So Svazdan running again. Xanadu can't make the tackle. Liquid Fury closing in, but it's still a 39-yard gain. Mexico gets 6 going straight ahead. Brav captures into the end zone. It's a turnover. Stochastic has picked it off. Throw long, throw deep, throw often. They've done well, throw short, but throw complete, and that counts too. Woods gives up on the pass and takes off scrambling, gains 15. DeCaro completes a Stochastic, but it's only worth 7. Mud Whistle. No. Okay. Yeah. Fenchurch has got it again. DeCaro gets it out to Waze, and that's another first down. Budget are looking at the end zone, and they have it. Fenchurch is in. It's 5-4. They need a turnover and a dead sign. 28 yards for Carl Svazdan. Now, I mean, you can look at this and just kind of go, oh, well, they've got a bad tackling team. No, Svazdan will do that to anybody. Yeah, this is not a budget problem. No, this is a Carl Svazdan problem. If you're facing him, he's probably going to do that to you repeatedly and lovingly. Touchdown, Carl Svazdan. Yeah, and just be grateful it's not a blessed field. Otherwise, every touch he'd do, he'd run 3 laps around the field and then score a touchdown against you. 6-4 is the score, 17 plays to go. John DeCaro making a catch there, gaining 7. DeCaro now running it himself. Racy Scabras is injured by Fenchurch Stochastic. Fats downtown on the field as Strong Waze gets another first down. Waze has got 243 yards in this game as Woods makes it 6-5. A turnover here and this game gets interesting. Otherwise, you've still got to break that guy's legs. Yeah. Mexico with another good run. 13 carries, 130 yards. On any other team, you'd go, that's like star player running, that is. And you kind of go, no, here's some actual star player running. Carl Svazdan, touchdown. Yeah. There goes Waze. Now, Waze not getting very far at the moment, but you know what? He's a rookie, and he's going to get better. And therefore, you're looking at Kof Zerma, the next generation. If and when he learns how to tackle. He's pretty good at tackling. Maybe. Ways, another good catch. First down on the no-yard line. Woods. Touchdown, DeCaro. 7-6 is the score. There's the interception. One play left. DeCaro could hero him. He had no chance. Final score, Marsupial 7, Rhodey 6. Rhodey's doing well to hang in there despite being run over by a bear-shaped truck. Carl Svazdan is player of the game with 360 rushing yards, another 40 passing. That's a 400-yard individual game. 3 touchdowns, 14 tackles. Not a lot else. Svazdan, not so much for defending. Who cares if he's that good on offense? Fencho Stochastic for the budget. Rhodey, 64 fan points, only 86 receiving, but 10 pancakes, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, and an injury inflicted. Pancakery at the Rhodies. You're looking for Hans Xanadu, only 16 there. Whereas on the Marsupials, Ruthie Spasms with 60. Yeah. You want to know why Carl was able to run? Yeah, because the opposing defender was lying on the floor. Our final fun game of the week features the Fun Bus up against the Volcamoose Saints. Won't be much fun for the Fun Bus because it's the Volcamoose Saints. And as sure as eggs is eggs, it's the Volcamoose Saints. Here comes Viggy the Viking. Yeah, breathe in. Yeah. 4 yards. You kind of go, well, that's not so scary. Kind of go, going to do this to you all game. Inquisitor is deflected by Colt Rhombus. Great defending there from the Fun Bus. Dark Mode, Enya. No. Felicia Wintercoat. No. All right. Here comes Viking. Complete to Erlen Dickberg. Why are Volcamoose so good? Chris Biscuit. No notes. That's the reason. It's Chris Biscuit. That's why they're so good. You want to see what? That's the Sponson Maple effect. Chris Biscuit. He's been around for ages, and ever since he's been around, Volcamoose keep getting into the playoffs, if not further. Felicia Wintercoat is injured. So's our trash can. Been taken out by Chris Biscuit. Oh, what a swine. Spangles hunkered home with the first score of the game as Slop Bridges comes up with a sack. The Fun Bus looking to get something moving, and Tequila Pamplemousse runs for 2 yards to give them a first down. Rhombus, another bad throw. Their passes at the moment off target. Pamplemousse with a throw. Everyone's off target at the Fun Bus at the moment. I'm sure they'll turn it around. Well, I'm sure they'll complete a pass at some point. There goes Dickberg, and that's a 35-yard first down. Viking gains 5. Hunker Dome on 2nd and 4. Touchdown Slop Ridges, 2-0. And there goes Flash Bandit. It's 34 yards, the Fun Bus. I've finally figured something out. Back-to-back bandit passes. Pamplemousse keeps it on the ground, gains 5. Rhombus throws one away. What's going on with Rhombus? Dark Mode throws it to Pamplemousse. Touchdown Fun Bus. That's the Fun Bus team we have come to root for this season. We like the Fun Bus because they are an underdog story, and we like that. Viking. Deflected by Bandit, who has 20 deflections this season, which doesn't sound like much, but is actually pretty significant. Hunkerdome runs for 18. Inquisitor throws Dickberg with the catch. Viking, deflected by Pendragon. Hunkerdome on 3rd down manages to get the first. Inquisitor, touchdown, Dickberg. Back over to the Fun Bus, and it's a sack on Rhombus again, but Pamplemousse gets a catch immediately after and is straight into Saints territory with a 38-yard gain. Pamplemousse now running the ball, picks up 6. Rhombus, deflected by Dickberg. Here comes Enya. But you know what? At least Rhombus was on target. Flash has got the catch. He's inside the 5, just outside the 5. Near enough the 5. Luther Pendragon, touchdown. It's 3-2. Well, Flash Bandit's on the field. Yep. You know what he's capable of doing? He is capable of taking the ball off you. Viking throws Ridges with the catch. It's a 20-yard first down. Hunkerdome. Still Hunkerdome. Still Hunkerdome. And it's a first down. Half-time rolls around. Saints only up 3-2. The fun bus doing a really good job at hanging in there as Bandit makes another deflection. Hunkerdome can't do it on third down, and the fun bus have a stop. Throw it to Pendragon immediately, and they're just this side of the halfway line. Enya completes a short one to Bandit, 2nd and 6. Pamplemousse, another short one for 3 yards. Rhombus is intercepted by Erlen Dickberg. Colt Rhombus has had a stinker in this game, and I can't tell you why. Yeah, it's weird. Touchdown Ridges to make it 4-2. Frenzy comes up with a sack. Enya completes to Rhombus. Oh, sure, when he catches it, no worries. But his throwing has been abysmal. That one isn't, no, and that's an injury down there. Luther Pendragon taken out by Erlen Dickberg. Bringing Apex Manticore into the lineup for the fun bus as Bandit makes it 4-3. Okay, yeah. Bandit with another deflection. Hunkerdome can only gain 3 on that one. Inquisitor is stopped short. Fun bus with another stop. And there goes Bandit. And he's down after 35 yards. Enya. Bandit, touchdown. 4-all. Fun bus coming back. Okay. Erlen Dickberg catches a 9-yarder. Here comes Hunkerdome. He's got the first down and he's still moving. 21 yards gained there. Kremp goes nowhere. Rhombus with a deflection. 3rd and 10. Hunkerdome. He's got the first down. Evasive little halfling gets it done. Kremp sacked by Bite Strong Arm. Viking throws. Complete to Dickberg, who's at the 4-yard line. Spangles touchdown. Flash Bandit's injured. Erlen Dickberg has done enough, and that'll win him the game. What? Yeah. Nope. Flash was catching everything and deflecting everything else, and that's the one weapon. The Viking Bandit matchup was favouring the fun bus, but Bandit's gone for a lie down, and now the Saints are just going to romp home to victory. Yeah. Biscuit is 3rd sack of the game. Shaka when the walls fell. Enya completes another 29-yarder. Nice to see Enya having a good game. Enya was a development player for me who I had to cut at free agency a couple of seasons ago. I was very disappointed. She was my hope for the future. Colt Rhombus has been injured by Erlen flipping Dickberg. I think that's his 3rd of the game. Hunkerdome touchdown. And it's intercepted by Viking. What's going wrong with Rhombus? Touchdown Ridges. Well, this one's going to end up looking like a blowout. But it was close until there were 20 plays left in the game. The fun bus were in with a chance until that one player who was doing a job wasn't doing anything anymore. Last play of the game, Kremp Inquisitor to Erlen Dickberg. And that'll be the end of that then. Final score, Volcamoose 8. Funbus 4. Erlen Dickberg, player of the game, 214 receiving, 2 touchdowns, 3 injuries inflicted, 3 deflections, 1 interception. Dark mode Enya for the Sunshine Funbus, 46 fan points, 196 passing, 2 touchdowns, 3 deflections. Pancakes at the Funbus. Umbriel Lafferty with no. Ed Big Mother with 28, and Ed did not get injured. True. Yeah, facts. Over on Volcamoose, it's Chris Biscuit with 71. Well, there's a shocker. He's a really good player, does well. What are you going to say? The Vuvu Boys have a bounty against the Grunt Auto Group. I'm not saying they should put it on Muluab, only that they should. Well, you've also got Simple Simbil and Clacton Express available. Ooh. Choices. Don't you dare reject it, Tola. Don't you dare reject it. Do not. Good. Thinking is good. Don't you dare reject it. Kill any one of them. I don't mind which. Actually, Clacton's fine. If you leave Clacton alone, because Clacton's costing them 400 quid a week. Yeah. Not that I'm telling you what to do, except I'd do this for anybody, not just you. It's no special treatment because you're taking on my arch nemesis. Yeah. They're not a nemesis this season. No, they're rebuilding. It's Mulawab who lands the bounty at the Stegonauts. Trace Attitude wants a pay rise. 40 quid a week. That seems reasonable. Fernando, you're around? Yeah. Trace Attitude wants 40 quid a week. If you accept it, it's worth one appeal. That's a pretty good deal. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. You get over it. Or you could reject it. Ooh. Yeah. Fernando was around. Pretty sure Fernando might still be around. But sometimes Fernando leaves early. That's a fact. Nope, Fernando's still here. Accept it. Right, good. Obviously a bit more delay going on than expected. Oh no, the result at the Wizards has caused locker room friction at the Wizards. Lenny Luxury thinks Destiny Sapling is a scrub and should be released for poor play. Ooh, yeah. Now, release Destiny Sapling or lose to appeal, and Lenny Luxury will lose to morale. Destiny Sapling, any good? It's a good squad player. It is a good squad player. But year 13 and 228 salary. Drop Sapling. Boop. Okay. Do you want to sign Bulldozer Power? Want to sign Destiny Sapling? Good squad player. No. Okay. All right. Cheerio. Would Cheerio Incorporated like to sign Destiny Sapling on minimum wage? Good squad player. Actually, a decent player all round. Speed is not awful. Strength is above average. Stamina's pretty good. Tackling's not bad. This is a good squad player. Yeah, I know. And Pablo says yes. You can always chuck them afterwards, but that's a minimum wage job. At Edgy Slum, Troy Greco-Roman has instructed an idealistic meal. Should you drop Troy Greco-Roman, who plays quite a bit, or lose for appeal? Ooh. Yeah. And he's a young player. Ow. Ooh. Good tackling. Halfway decent strength. Yeah. Tricky. Yeah. 4B, I'm pretty sure I saw you earlier. Have you stuck around to the bit that matters? Yeah. Ooh. I mean, you don't want to lose for appeal. That's not great. No. But I'm pretty sure Greco-Roman's a starter. Yeah. We're just going to have to wait. Thanks, Vec. Yeah. We're going to have to wait and see. I'm pretty sure 4B was around earlier, watching the team in action. Pretty sure. I could be wrong. Yeah. 4B was around. I mean, let's have a look at the player card. You see, because I can't... This is a tricky one, you see, because you lose the 4 appeal immediately, which is not what you want on the player card. I've only played 3 games this season. In fact, I only played 6 games in an entire career. Clearly a bench warmer. Been injured once, been involved in 2 separate scandals. Okay, drop. Greco-Roman is out of here. Port Meggins, how would you like a violent player from one of your rivals? Would you like Troy Greco-Roman? It won't change your appeal at all. T-Bone, are you around? I don't think so. Didn't see you for your game anyway. Because you'd have been going, "Core, blimey!" Because you had an absolute banger this week. Yeah. I don't think T-Bone is around. I don't think so. We've had 2 more deaths this week. I'm going to have to update the Hall of Heroes card at the start of the stream for next week. Yeah. I don't think he's around. I don't think he wants them. Really? It doesn't do him any damage. And it's minimum wage. All right. Okay. Yeah. T-Bone, I'm signing him for you. Okay, there we go. Right, this week's news. Toe Beans at Failurewood has improved. That's quite good. 74 starter rating, not bad. At Volcamoose, though, Spangles Hunkerdome has done a bit of training and has now got an 85 starter rating. Ooh. So, also, Gretel Baguette Fancy has trained, is now up to 75. Scorpion Ring has improved. These are some flipping players. Roy Talley at the Miners has improved. That's impressive. Hurry Up Sharpo has improved. And Umbriel Lafferty has also improved. Those are all either starter or starter adjacent players. Meanwhile, at Grazer Ridge, Ominous Bob has improved team chemistry and made everyone happy, while Melvin Glitch has made everyone unhappy, balancing it out. Muluab's got a bounty on him now. Trace Attitude has had a pay rise. At the Wizards, Lenny Luxury has demanded Destiny's Sapling get chucked out. So Destiny's Sapling has been chucked out and Cheerio has signed them. And at Edgy Slum, Troy Greco-Roman has been a right pain in the bum and then has been signed by Port Miggins. Players of the week, past deflections, it's Tommy Keys for Cheerio Incorporated with 7. Tackles for loss, Hank Donk, 2 at BDP. Sacks, Big Steve, 6 at BDP. Interceptions, Gibby Love handles at the Axemen. Tackles, it's Big Steve with 25, and he's obviously Defensive Player of the Week. Over on offense, Chuck Monkey Cage for Erg Melonflex with 87 for Erg Melonflex. Receiving yards, 337 at Stardozer for Rock Hands. Carl Svazdan put up 360 rushing yards for the Marsupials. Simple Simbill, 352 passing at Grunt Auto Group, but Svazdan, 403 total offence for the Marsupials. Offensive Player of the Week, though, Emmental Helmet at the Port Miggins Pirates. Overall Player of the Week, Big Steve Morrie for BDP. Again. Yeah. All right, okay. Next week is... It is a conference week next week. Conference week next week. What do we got that bangs? Where's me back? All right, Wizards Peninsula. Right. One of them's got to win. Actually, Cheerio Medics. One of them's got to win as well. Over on the... Hold on. Volcamoose Oak Melonflex. Big game. Is it the biggest? Yeah. Yeah, I'm playing a lingo blend. Okay. I'm looking at the other 9 wins, the 8 and 9 win teams. Kind of go, yeah. Right, okay. Other games that have potential. Minstrels Raiders could be fun. Sports Ball Grunt could be fun. Pathfinder Shady Palms could be fun. Fun Bus Miggins could be fun. All right, there's plenty of fun games in there. Let's have a quick look at the standings just to round things off. And in bad company, Stardozer are ahead in the Smooth Division to the tune of 13 points. There are 4 games left in the season. 4. That's 20 points. It's too soon to be saying, unless you're ahead by 20 points. Yeah. So Grazer Ridge are in contention. Actually, both the Wizards, the Vuvu Boys are also not out yet. In the Zesty, the Axemen are on 45. Volcamoose are on 40, 20 points ahead of the Beekeepers. Whoa, yeah. Already, yeah. Okay. In the Sloganator, the Miners are up top, but they're only 5 points ahead of the Roadies. And in the Battle Plan, Erg Melonflex are 7 ahead of the Bouncers. If it ended today, well, then the teams that are highlighted are the teams that are through. That's what that does. Can you drop players now? Yes. I'll put the rules up as usual, Mike. I'm not changing them, but I'll put them up as soon as I'm done. In Fail Brigade, BDP are up top, ahead by 10 over Shady Palms, who are ahead by 10 over Grunt. Grunt trailing by 20 from the top spot, can still make it into a playoff position. In the Woodchipper, the Fun Bus are on top, but only by 2 now, and they are only 12 points ahead of Failurewood Hills, who are in 4th. That's a close old division. Is it the closest old division? 12. Yeah. Yes, it's the closest old division. In the Whoop Whoop, the Pathfinders have 42, 3 points ahead of the Marsupials, who are 17 points ahead of Sportsball. Lingo Blend are also in that division. And in Reduced, Port Miggins go top, 1 point ahead of the Minstrels, who are 4 points ahead of the Nomads. Edgeslum not out yet. Failurewood are done? They're not. They probably are, but they're not. But they probably are. I've been Colonel Failure. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll catch up with you soon. Cheerio.
Yo, how you doing? I didn't see your